Welcome to the Take Cover Podcast with your hosts, Jacob and Chase. Viewer discretion is advised.
Did you say what?
He said, yeah, I'm a vegan.
Oh, yeah? Word?
All I eat is asparagus and pussy. All right, I hope you're alive.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all I eat is
Facebook
asparagus
got
and
that.
pussy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to, I can't remember which number podcast this is.
846.
8
billion. We are on our billionth podcast.
Chase, we are for real like 4 or 5 years into this motherfucker.
Yeah, y'all
I mean, like not consistent for
Yeah.
sure, but
No, not at all, man.
Y'all
But
got it organized, I can tell.
we've been doing it for a few years now, man. It's been
Yeah.
fun.
That's how I got to know who you were.
Yep.
Do the
Was because of the podcast.
Yep.
Like, who's this fucking bloke? That's what Chase all the time.
Bloke. You Australian now?
Yeah. Been watching too many movies.
For those of you who don't know who this is to my
Jesus.
left, stage right,
Oh, he just flexed.
this is the man, the myth, the legend himself.
The fourth son.
The fourth son of professional wrestling himself, the heavyweight champion of Big B
like
Pro
that.
Wrestling,
Stroke my ego.
Judah.
That's the only
Don't
thing.
say it like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And I would like to point out, this is my first podcast where I'm not inebriated.
You literally have a glass of whiskey in front of you.
Bro, if I get drunk from that,
Well,
sign me up for kindergarten. I'm not a
if
kid.
you've been sober and you're drinking that, it's going to have an effect.
Yeah, that was a joke,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
I'm not sober. I don't do drugs, but I drink
Anymore.
anymore. No, Dad might be watching. I've never done any kind of drug ever. I've never smoked
Yeah.
pot.
Dude, I was changing out
I
a
don't need a new
windshield.
dealer.
I was changing out a windshield today, and there was like this wadded up piece of paper in the headliner, and I pulled it down because it was just like in my way. And I went to throw it in the trash can along with all the old glue, and I was like, I noticed it was like delicately folded, not just like a crumpled piece of paper somebody stuck up there. And I was like, I wonder what's in this. I just unfolded it, and it was 2 blunts and a little nugget of weed that was forever old. Like it just instantly
kept it.
disintegrated. No, it just
You kept
it just
it. Don't
fucking
lie.
as soon as the wind touched it, it looked like Spider-Man. Oh, Chase, that hit home for you, buddy.
Oh wait, he's got a job. Don't say much.
Oh yeah,
Trying to keep a healthy discussion here on the
your
Take Over
your
podcast.
job that doesn't drug test.
Well, you know, you got to do things, keep the lights on. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it be a job or
You got the
responsibilities.
stimulus check.
That was the
now. You'll
only
be
good
for
part of
3
U.S.
days.
Bank is that you could just do whatever drugs you wanted.
Ah, Jimmy said I heard that, DJ. Yeah,
That's
man.
all right, Dad.
I'm a little.
I think you've done more than I have.
Sure, everybody's in a pretty good mood. A bunch of people are getting those stimulus checks.
Oh,
when they
mine hit
get-
this morning. Yeah.
Do you have
Trying
to
to
pay
be-
taxes to get that, or?
Yeah, it's literally your tax return for this year,
Oh,
so
yeah,
don't
I'm
get used
fucked,
to it.
man. I'm not kidding.
Like if you
you
paid
send that
in
to
last
me?
year, just fucking wait.
Can you send cash?
Yeah.
Can I have that in cash, please?
Can there be no receipt of this from the IRS at all?
Don't say that. Fuck, man.
Yeah, a lot of people were dependent on that, so a lot of people got that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try and be as
$1,200.
responsible
Woohoo.
as I can.
Mine's gone. No, I'm kidding. I did pay double on my Can-Am payment because that was due, or that's due Friday. So I just
good
went ahead
move.
and I paid double. I was like, well, I'll throw a little bit towards principal.
Being a responsible adult, man.
I've
Hell
owned
yeah.
it for like a couple months. Since December,
I don't know.
January, first of the year. It's my balance has only gone down like
You're
$2
gonna
grand.
die in that thing, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
probably.
pull that microphone a little bit
like-
towards you a little bit.
I do have
He's
full
professional.
4-point harnesses now, and I stay strapped in. I adjusted my seat to where I can drive and everything with my harness on.
That's
so,
cool, man.
Yeah,
I'd like to do that with you sometime.
you should.
Let me drive.
We would get killed. Yeah, that's. I knew you were about to say it, and that's why
That's cool,
I'll beat
dude.
you
I'm
to
certified, bro.
it. Certified in what?
I
You're gonna
play
bring your
video
belt?
games.
No, bro, it's cool.
Dude, video games, I've won like 8 NASCAR championships.
Oh, dude.
That's just
road.
this year.
What was it? Road to Daytona or Road to
Dirt to Daytona.
Dirt to
One of the
Daytona.
best-
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
My dad might say.
All right, cut the podcast. We're deleting this after that high five.
Lame as shit.
Dirt to Daytona.
I'm
that
not
shit
allowed
was
to
so
cuss.
cool. Why?
No, you got to pay an extra fee. to
Oh,
have
you
extra-
said, are you allowed
I
to
gotta
cuss?
pay you guys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the guest
Yeah.
fee we talked about.
Shit.
It's $200.
Fuck y'all, man. Fuck you guys. I'm a fan of the podcast, man. It's cool.
Yeah, everybody
it's
is.
something different. Yeah, way to be crass. It's fucking sucks, bro. Like I don't know why I said yeah. It's the only way I can get Chase to answer the phone anymore.
Yeah.
And you're lucky then.
Yeah, you're lucky he answers
I
the phone
know.
at all.
I get excited
you.
when I call him and he answers. I'm like, holy shit.
It's
dude.
like rolling the fucking
What's
craps.
going on? What are you gonna tell me? Is Greg okay?
Everything's good, man. I'm just not on my phone a lot. I mean, I am, but I'm not.
Here we go. He's cool.
If it's a bitch, he answers.
He's cool.
Ooh, are you locked down now? You talking to anybody?
Huh? I'm locked down on my own.
I seen
accord.
some girl in our Take Cover podcast messages messaging you.
What's she look like?
I don't know if she knows we're both like moderators on the page or not.
Oh, wait a
'cause
minute.
I can see everything.
We're not supposed to talk about women, right?
Well, we can
Since-
talk about women.
No, he's talking about his last podcast where they brought up.
No,
I
it's,
didn't.
we've agitated a few feathers before in the past. And
That's
got
cool,
reported
man.
and
What's
pulled
wrong
down.
with that,
Oh.
man? It opens up discussion.
No,
Pussies.
it's fine to talk
Don't
about
live in
whatever.
a fucking box, bro.
No, there's
That's
no
how I
box
live my
here.
life.
It's all freedom here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Freedom, America.
It's free speech. Even if we get
Free
pulled off
speech.
of fucking Facebook, if anybody wants to
fuck
see
Facebook.
see the rest of the episode, it'll be up on our podcasting.
Do you put it
services.
anywhere else, or is it just
Yeah, it's
strictly
on
Facebook?
Google Play, Apple Podcasts, everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Anywhere you
Podbean.
Need Podbean. That's the main hub, but you can also get it.
I guess I'll interview y'all since you fucking suck at it. Since you
What
don't
do
know
I-
how to
what
do
do I
that.
wanna fucking talk to
Let's
you
do
about?
the first 5 minutes about my fucking side by side. All right, cool,
You
man. I'll
brought
just
it
sit
up.
here and listen. No, I didn't.
You said you're going down.
No, after you mentioned it. No.
What do I want to interview you for?
Who's the most
I brought you
famous-
onto a laugh.
famous person you've had on here? Most,
It really
I
just
guess, with the biggest
President
probably
Obama.
nobody famous. I didn't mean it like that.
Remember when
Who's
we
got
had
the
him
biggest?
on? Oh, that never got
Obama?
aired. Yeah, that never got aired. It got pulled.
Yeah, it got pulled. It was some Secret Service weird mumbo jumbo.
If the podcast started and Chase just immediately screamed the N-word and got pulled like right away.
That
Just
never happened. Did you hear that NASCAR driver who
Secret
got pulled?
Service ran.
Yes, dude. What a dummy.
What happened?
Kyle Larson, man.
Who's
He said that
NASCAR
he's a
driver?
NASCAR
Is he
driver.
sponsored by Monster?
Exactly. He's McDonald's.
Kyle.
McDonald's. He was sponsored by McDonald's, which is pretty big. He said that they've been doing that iRacing thing, just geeks on computers, man.
Yeah.
And then he just said, "Hey, N-word." Like,
Why?
how do I put this? He thought he wasn't being recorded, but dude, you're an
can't-
influence.
You can't say that.
There
Even
might
if
be
there's a
kids
mic in front
watching.
of you at all, you can't.
No, you dumbass.
I mean, you can't say it ever, but
Right.
particularly
No,
if there's a mic in front
You're
of
a
you.
person of influence. Just don't say it, you
Yeah.
dumbass. And then he like made a video. He's like, I wasn't raised that way, bro.
He's
it
half
rolled off of
Japanese.
your tongue.
Yeah.
I'm
It
half
rolled
Japanese.
off of your tongue, bro. You've said that more than once.
You've had practice,
yeah,
son.
don't even try that, you dumb shit.
You can tell when
Jesus.
something feels not at
And then
home.
of course there's all these white people that are like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. You're white. You can't. You don't have no argument in it."
wait,
You know?
let's think though. If there ever was a sport where a famous athlete could say the N word and his career go
not
relatively unscathed,
NBA.
are we gonna?
What are you trying to say there, DJ?
Still, you shouldn't say it. That word brings a lot of hate.
Yeah, it
And
does
you're a
bring lot of
fucking
negative-
dumbass. Like, what do you? What goes through your head? Like, you're famous, dog.
Yeah.
You're a
Probably
celebrity.
nothing. Yeah, it's probably just.
Yeah, and that's why you can't say, "Oh, I wasn't raised that way," dog.
Then why did you say
you've
it
said
in
it before.
on an online stream?
It came off.
It took flight.
You dumb son of a bitch, man. And, well, NASCAR fired him and everything, so he's
Crazy.
done.
Oh,
I told
really?
Dad, I was like, dude, as soon as he lost his sponsorships, like, all money's out the window,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I can't
Yeah.
even imagine.
That's rap.
Yeah, you can't say that. You got to be smarter. I mean, you got to be sensitive to certain things.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely one of
And
them.
that's the top one. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially for a white dude.
Yeah,
it's like
you don't say that.
Well, that's the
That-
crazy
that-
thing is like he's like half white, half Japanese. So like people are like, no pass.
You know,
who is the streamer that said it?
PewDiePie. He's like
PewDiePie,
He's like
oh,
one of the
yeah.
biggest. Even
Yeah, like 100
Did it
million
matter when he said
subscribers
it?
or something?
Who's it? Wait, no,
It was
it's iDubbbz TV that
Oh,
says
iDubbbz
it's
says
either
it.
all fine or none of them are fine.
iDubbbz, I love iDubbbz.
Do you?
Ian, I watch him all the
Yeah.
time. His argument for it is, and I don't think he should say it either, because you got little kids watching that and crap,
Yeah.
man, especially YouTube.
It was on YouTube. I figured they'd pull him now, don't they?
No, they demonetize him, so he's not making a lot of money. But
Yeah.
I mean, these dudes go and get on Patreon
Yeah.
and stuff like that, so they're okay. But yeah, he says it's unironic when he says it. It's or ironic or what.
I mean, I hear his like.
just don't say it.
No.
That's the
You
argument.
shouldn't-
Don't
you shouldn't
say it at all.
But the message behind it's
And don't be the
all
white
okay.
guy that says, "Oh, it's okay." You're white. You don't have a say in it.
you-
Sorry,
you don't get to set the
You're
rules for this
finally
game.
You're finally the minority in this one. Just shut the fuck up and let it ride.
Yeah.
And just be mature and you shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
It's just godly. Let's get off that.
what a hell of a
subject.
start here. You were asking who are some of the more popular people we've had at the podcast. Personally, like if you ask me, I guess it just really depends on what circles you tend to. But like, I think Josh Merritt was probably one of the
Josh
bigger ones.
Merritt? Yeah, dude.
because like
Josh
everybody,
awesome.
He's
everybody in
awesome.
Owensboro knows
I think
Josh,
I've seen that episode.
and he's been doing. If you guys haven't,
He's been on a
seen-
couple times.
if you guys haven't seen
old one.
his live streams, he's been doing some live streams, doing some live gigs from home.
Talented dude.
So go and support that guy.
He's
He's a good
talented,
dude,
bro.
big heart. He's awesome to have around here and real sweet, real good guy. I hope to have him in here again someday, play some music for us, or just chill or whatever.
That'd be cool, man.
We need to have him back in here soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would say
that's-
smoke some pot, but Chase has got a job.
Chase has got a job now.
I would like that. I would like.
I think 90%
Wait a
of the
minute, I'm
workforce at
licensed
U.S.
by the
Bank is
KBWA,
potheads.
man.
I don't know.
I'm licensed by the state. I better quit, man.
Yeah, you better quit
The
before you
athletic
get a
commission?
call from the commission, bro.
First of all.
No, we're licensed for real. Yeah, we're out. I can't say the date because I don't know, but I think they're having meetings and stuff to decide how long we're out. But I told Chase, even if they say it's okay, we wrestle at all these parks and recs in all these different cities, so it's really up to them, honestly, in my opinion.
So you'd
It
have
sucks,
to
dude.
you'd have to have
I
like a
hate it.
private venue.
Yeah. Well, here's
if
the thing,
if the parks are
dude.
still closed.
Even if we had a private venue, let's just say like Bobby's store, the state could come in and be like, "Well, you only got one bathroom, and it's this amount of feet away from the ring. and
Right.
You only have this much parking space, so it's just a headache. So we're just taking.
Yeah.
I mean, the
break.
same 6 people would be able to come, though.
Yeah, shit. man. I wish it was only.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Over 200 people each show. Since
I was about to say, it's been growing,
August
like, a
5.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
This is all scuffed up, man. You got to get this polished. What's going on here?
The
So
people
many
before me, dude.
hitting
The
fools.
people before me.
Bro, you had it for like 3 years in a row.
No. TV champion. I had the TV title the first time I ever did this.
Oh,
And
that's
now
what
I've
it
had
was.
The tag team title, and now this. And the guy beat for this looks like a damn Hell's Angel. Like he's just a scary dude, nervous as shit. He's so nice. He's a sweetheart. But then like, I'm staring up at him, and I'm 6'1". I'm like, oh shit, dude, I'm getting my
You're
ass
definitely like
kicked tonight.
5'7".
Don't start with
Chase
me.
is almost taller than you, bro.
I will whoop you in this fucking joint. This might be your podcast, but I will still on you, dog.
Bro, you're not getting your guest feedback then.
That's
We'll consider that a deposit for my
Yeah.
safety.
damage deposit security, man.
Chase gonna be pissed when
I'm
you put a hole
non-violent.
through his wall.
Anybody watching this, man, I'm not violent.
That's not what your criminal
unless I'm
record says.
getting- that was expunged when I turned 18, dog. I don't think anything else went to a permanent record. I hope not.
Oh shit.
I'm telling with you.
No, I've never been in a fight, dude. What are you talking about?
Only for a living.
Does he know the story about Domino's?
No. Let me answer.
Do I? Oh, about the dominoes? No.
Remember Domino's?
Jimmy just said you won't have that belt for long.
Ooh.
Dad, you can't even walk, dog. I'll hit you in your gut. Don't even start with me, bro.
No, I don't think Jacob knows about the dominoes story.
Dad, you better get a time machine and go back when you were under 200 pounds if you want this noise. Jimmy's a bad dude, dude. I better quit.
You will walk in the door and hit you with a fucking chair.
No, the Domino's story. That's a good one. That was wild, dude. If you ever really truly think about the shit we did in our little group, I'm
Bible
surprised
studies
never-
were great. You know, youth camps, awesome.
Yeah.
Bible study.
Praying to the Lord.
Yeah, little kid pull a knife on us, and
Yeah, that was such a weird situation where we were just walking, and there was just some people in front of us, and like we made a couple noises, and the guy got personally offended.
Yeah.
Like I think how it was just like 5 of us or something like that.
No, not even.
It was
I think
me,
it was
you,
Colton, and Stephen Plunkett,
Yeah,
bro.
Steven.
What happened to him, man?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while, but he was
Yeah, he was
yacked at
cool.
the time. He was super.
Yeah,
jacked.
he was like Chase's height, but just ripped.
he was ripped to no end.
One of those kids you grow up with, but for some reason they have a 6-pack.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they don't play sports or nothing.
Right.
They're
He's
just ripped.
definitely bald now.
And, this is such a weird. This is such a strange
Steven,
story.
if you're watching, please tell me you don't have a beer belly, dog.
I haven't seen him in forever, man. I
He's
remember
a
that.
good dude. I like that guy.
I remember that distinctly because like we were because we were back in high school, so we were just walking home.
Yeah,
you know,
God, we were like 15, bro.
right.
It
We
was
were
like
super
10
young.
years ago.
Super
It's
young.
crazy we can even say
And-
that.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
just walking, and like there was 2 or 3 people in front. I think it was 3 guys, and there were
Something like that.
2 of them were considerably younger than the one older
Yeah.
guy, and we made some noises or something like that, and the guy turned around and thought that we were calling him some sort of derogatory name. So
All right, Kyle Larson, chill out back there.
and,
He
yeah.
was white.
No, and
Doesn't matter.
And he turned around and he was just like, "What'd y'all say to me?" And so this one guy comes up to us, 4 dudes or whatever, and he's like,
Silly dog.
All 7-year-olds.
and,
Yeah.
and he walks up to us and he pulls a knife out immediately, and he's like, "Which one of y'all said that?" And we're
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, what is going on here?" Like,
Didn't
we
he say something funny, though?
Oh,
Remember?
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
who wants to get sticked?
yeah. And then
You've
Steve
been watching The Outsiders, dog.
Steven instantly reacted by picking up a giant rocket, and the guy
bro.
said, "This knife will cut you," and Steven goes, "This rock will bust you, bro." And
This knife will
He
cut
ain't
you.
no bitch.
This knife will cut you. That's what it was.
yeah, he said,
man.
"This knife will cut you," and we were like, "Yo, this guy is like way out of line." And Steven, without batting an eye, picks up a rock. He's like, "And this rock will bust
We
you."
were ready to go, dog.
And,
Damn.
like, and that guy, like, he just, they were just talking smack back and forth. There's some guy up in a balcony, was like, "I saw that," and they,
calling the police.
eventually we got talked down because obviously this is not a situation anybody really expected to unfold.
And nobody wanted it to unfold.
Yeah,
Even
we're
the guy
all-
with the knife was like, I don't want to stab these
Why did I
children.
pull this out?
Yeah.
Right. We,
I escalated this far too quickly.
right. And so the guy leaves or whatever. He's talking smack, saying his piece as he's walking away. And we're like, all we were going to do is run around the neighborhood and just be hooligans anyways that day because I think it was like opening up the weekend or something. And we ended up running back into the guy in front of a gas station, and he saw us and we saw him, and he just took off running. Like him and his buddies just took off running.
We knew we had him at that time.
And
Yeah, it's
so we were like, whatever, man.
Thank you.
It's whatever. So we show up to I can't remember exactly
It was
where
the
we were.
plaza. It
Right.
was,
There
the
was this
Domino's
plaza.
and
Yeah, right. I'm not sure exactly where we were.
Hitchcock fabric.
And,
Nothing good ever happens in the plaza.
And,
Not that plaza.
Oh.
This was a different plaza, and
Whatever
so
they call it. With the fountain.
and so. And we're just standing chilling. We're like, that was so crazy. That guy tried to stab us earlier. Blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, out of the corner of our eyes, we see that same guy with 2 extra bigger guys
Oh,
with him.
shit.
This is the best part of the whole story. And so we're like, uh-oh, he brought boys, and here's DJ starts warming up. Steven's like looking for another rock.
Picks up the fountain.
Yeah.
I wish Colton was here because
I love Colton,
Colton
dude.
was there too. He had a shirt covered in cicada shells.
Nice.
Like he was just covered in them. Like no reason. That's how goofy we were being.
Yeah.
Like he was just covered in them.
We weren't looking for problems.
Yeah, we
dog.
really
were
weren't.
just
You
chilling.
sound like an actual cable sitcom.
And so these guys come walking towards us, and like you can tell they are looking for trouble because they're walking right at us, and so they get closer, and like DJ's like looking at them real hard, and those guys they're like, "Oh, yo, blah blah blah, these must be the guys," and then all of a sudden those guys get close enough, and DJ turns his head a little bit, and the guy goes, "Is that DJ?"
Yeah,
and
no.
both of those guys were boys with DJ.
Oh, my
And so they're
God.
like, and they immediately turn on the guy like, "You were trying to fight DJ?" And he was like,
Yeah.
"Well, I mean,
shit.
he was talking smack like, "Yo, you were trying to fight DJ though," and then it was just so funny because they both turned to him immediately
Good
like
times,
like
bro.
he was like, "Yo, are you really? This is what we're doing right now?" And so like they were like, "Apologize," and he was like, "But apologize to him," and DJ's like, "Yeah, apologize. Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry." It was quite funny because we ended up making him give us the knife and get rid of it because, like, first of all, he shouldn't have a knife if he's that mentally unstable anyways. He ends up giving us the knife. We get rid of it. We make fun of him a little bit for being, just being wild for no reason.
Yeah.
Being a testosterone-filled teenager that's just trying to be cool in front of his smaller friends.
For like perspective, what grade was everybody involved in?
I think
We were in high school. We were all in high school.
we were freshmen.
We were all in high
grade?
school. We were all
Freshmen. I think freshmen.
freshman or sophomore. Yeah,
And the guy with the knife was
either freshman or
Maybe we were sophomores and he
Yeah.
was a freshman.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
it
'cause
was something.
oh,
we-
so
like
y'all were
that.
getting punked by a little kid?
Yeah, well,
freshman
fucking
pulled
tell
him-
the fucking finish, dog.
well, okay.
Y'all
all
went to
right,
OHS, so
Oh,
like that makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
and yeah,
bad
so
motherfuckers went to school with
so
that.
this DJ, this is so funny. At the time, DJ had a pair of Nikes, a pair of Nike.
Socks, dog. They were
Pair-
Nike ID.
Oh,
customs.
shit.
He had his name on them. DJ had his
Yeah,
name on
DJD,
these
bruh.
shoes. And he was like, kiss my shoe and say you're sorry. And he's
Oh,
like, no, man, don't make me do that. He's like, kiss my shoe and say I'm sorry.
I've probably seen it on TV.
And,
Oh, for sure.
And straight up, this kid walks up, kisses his shoe, and says, I'm sorry. Would you like for me to tell the rest of the story?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't give a
And
fuck.
so DJ runs up and then just hits him with the 1-2, knocks him onto a car, and we just left.
He showed up expecting to jump y'all with
Yeah.
two bigger dudes. The dudes were immediately like, "That's my boy."
Yeah.
You were trying to fight him, and DJ's like, "Kiss my shoe." Now get
it,
knocked the
man.
fuck out.
Yeah, it was.
This is the only 1-2 of my career, man.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That guy.
I think we were in 10th grade. That whole neighborhood, that was a good neighborhood because
Yeah.
we weren't
Sounds
far
like it.
from Hobo Woods. We would walk. I lived on the West End of my whole life, like over by Cravens Elementary, Mechanicsville, and we would walk to fucking Chase's house. Now that I drive that, I'm like, dude, I used to walk that? Fuck that, bro. Go back in time and call a taxi.
We didn't have Uber or Lyft back then.
Actually, Brian Smith lived on Davis
Yeah, he
and
lived-
would walk to my house on Dornell.
Yeah.
Which
He
was
Damn.
Dornell, right
Yeah.
behind Carter, and then we would walk from there to Chase's dad's house on Spencer Drive.
over there by KWC.
yeah, by the plaza, by the real plaza.
Yeah.
The Wesley Park
Dude.
Plaza.
Damn, dude,
Now
y'all were
that
covering
I
some
drive that-
distance.
like I'm
We walked a
delivering
lot.
furniture. I'm like, I can't do that now.
I grew up in Stanley, and I was barely allowed to go like a mile away on my four wheeler.
Dude, I had my best baseball games in Stanley, man.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did you ever play the Stanley Dragons?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yankees. Yeah, shit. You batted 0 for 200. Don't start with me, dog.
I just posted a picture earlier where
I tell you,
hit my
who-
first home
I
run.
want to know what happened to him. People that played at Stanley, I think he was from Stanley. Zach Ranberger, man.
Yeah, I know
Best
him.
baseball player I ever played
Yeah.
against. Dude threw the heat when we were kids.
Really?
Hated batting against him.
I don't think
Like,
he
I
played
know
for
I'm
Stanley.
striking. Yeah, he
but-
played for Stanley. His uncles
Did
or
he?
somebody all coached. Yeah, when we were kids. I'm talking like 9
okay.
or 10, bro.
Yeah,
That dude was
I went to high school with him. He played for Apollo when I was.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
badass
We had weightlifting
pitcher,
together.
bro. And I'm friends with Jacob Schuler, right?
Mm-hmm.
He works for my uncle. That kid could play some ball. There's a conversation for you. Some of the athletes that we went to school with, man.
For sure, man.
Our age group. What? You're a year younger than us, right?
Yeah, no,
You
two,
gradu-
two?
Did you graduate?
14.
School years are different. Or
Yeah, we
weird.
did 13. So
School.
I
years are
graduated at
weird.
17.
Yeah, we were 13, but you're only like 2 years younger than us.
Yeah,
School years and
I'm
actual
20.
years.
Am I 22 or 23?
Jesus,
I was born in 90.
alcoholic.
Bro,
You're 23, right?
I was born in 96.
DJ,
Yeah, 23.
better watch out. Old Randy Wilson's in here.
Oh, the road.
He said Kevin Owens wannabe.
There's this wrestler that looks dead up like me.
Oh, really?
Dead up like me.
Are you younger or
like
older?
me. Oh, I'm way younger.
Oh, so you look like him.
No, I still all his moves and shit, bro. Yeah. Yeah, he looks just like me. It's weird. I got such an ego. I say he looks like me.
Right, right.
I promise I don't shave my head to look like
Is he a
him.
professional? Like,
He's
in the
WWE,
sense of like,
dog.
oh,
he just
really?
wrestled at
Okay.
WrestleMania. Yeah.
Wow.
Which was weird. Wrestling without fans, bro.
Yeah, how
Fuck,
was that?
bro.
Because that's
That's
like one of the
strange.
only events
Well, they
going on
did.
right now.
They did matches, and here's the crazy thing: is WWE never does this. They were taped, which is weird. It's always live and taped, which is cool because you don't see people fucking up or anything. But they did an Undertaker match. Undertaker's the OG, man.
Yeah.
They did a like cinematic match at they called it a boneyard match. It was like a cemetery.
That's cool. I can't
one of
believe the
coolest
Undertaker's
thi-
still doing it, dude.
Dog,
He's so
and
old.
He's still the best. He's one of the best ever. Like for sure. Like that's my god.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure. And like he that was one of the best matches I've seen in a long time, bro. Like they did it. Like he came in on the motorcycle and shit to
Oh, yeah.
Metallica. I'm like, I'm 25. I wrestle. And I'm sitting here. I'm like, yeah,
Rolling.
yeah, dog, Undertaker. You know. Man, that's badass. Kevin Owens, we went to SmackDown a few months ago for my birthday. One of my friends, Griffin, got me tickets to SmackDown.
what'd
Me,
you get?
him, Lincoln, and Chad. You know Lincoln and Chad.
Oh,
Envious.
boy. Yeah.
We went to SmackDown, and this little boy mistaken me, or mistook me. Sorry, drinking. But he mistook me for Kevin Owens. So that's how much we look alike. He's like, Mom.
Damn.
And he lied to the little kid. That was the cutest thing ever. He's like, my mom said you're Kevin Owens. She's like, no, I didn't. He did. He did it. I'm like, nah, man.
You should be like, yeah, bro, I am.
Then
You want an
of
autograph?
course, I go into. I should
Like,
have been
made his
like,
day.
yeah, let's take a picture. $20.
Yeah.
Is what I should have did. But I'm not a piece of crap.
Yeah.
You know, I was
Just
like,
wait in
"Nah."
the lobby with a Kevin Owens sign autograph line starts here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He kind of looked like Nick Evans, too. Have you seen Nick Evans?
No.
I'll show you.
Oh, this looks more like DJ, that one.
Oh, yeah. Go back to that last picture.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
It's
I'm gonna
crazy,
show
it's
DJ.
crazy. I get it all the time. Actually, when I wrestle in Jeffersonville, they're more smart crowds. Well, they think they're smart. There's no such thing as a smart. But anyway, sorry
That's
for
Nick
anybody
Evans.
watching. Holy shit.
He looks pretty similar.
Dad.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Let's find out that guy's mom. Dad, who'd you sleep with? No, but I wrestle in Jeffersonville sometimes, and they're a smarter crowd, which there's no such thing, but they think they are.
Oh, okay.
And I always get that, like, oh, fucking Kevin Owens is here. And my number one response, I'm driving a 2014 blue Silverado. It's out in the parking lot. I'll meet you there, you pussies. And you know what I drive?
Yeah.
I drive a fucking red Impala, you know. Like, fuckers. I get it all the
I
time.
swear to God, if somebody meets me at my truck and tries to beat me up.
yeah. Right, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's why it came to my mind.
Probably, yeah.
You're going to get your ass kicked one day.
Like, why?
You would have shaved his beard, you dick. I haven't had. I did have some good old boys. I think they're from a little further south, Ohio County, which is a crazy place. Like going from Owensboro to Hartford is like an hour. Not even an hour, like 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah.
Like 30 minutes, and it's a different state.
Yeah.
It's like these fuckers think they're out east.
Everybody's weird down there.
right.
They're
I
super
wrestled
entitled.
out, but they
For
come.
real.
There's a whole group of them that comes to Owensboro shows.
Hmm.
Yeah, them motherfuckers wanted to fight that night, dude.
They always wanna
can't
fight.
remember- I
It's
can't
what they
remember
do.
I said. I mean, there was two of them. I mean, we're talking good old boys. They're like, oh, I'll kick your way out tonight, boy. I don't even know what you're saying, but I'm just sitting here
Oh,
laughing.
I got somebody calling in.
Jesus
I don't know.
Christ.
I don't know if it's for the podcast or not.
I'll talk.
Oh, okay. I'll just put it on speaker. Hello.
Is this the podcast going on?
Yes, it is.
You got a guy on there who's a Kevin Owens
That's
wannabe
Bobby Wilson.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Bobby.
Yeah.
drinking. He's sitting there trying to act like he's drinking whiskey, and the only thing the poor boy's drinking is water because he can't afford whiskey.
That's because you don't pay me enough, bitch.
You tell that bear to suffer something. The only thing good about him is his lips.
Just so people know, that's fucking Bobby Wilson. That's a local legend, Bobby. Bobby, you ramen noodle head some bitch. I'll whoop your ass at 8 a.m. in the morning, baby.
You do what you do best, baby. Get on your knees when
You better invest in a time machine and go back in 93 and get some of that courage.
We know who your daddy is.
This is fucking Bobby.
Who your mama is.
Yeah, I'm not going to say how I was born, but Bobby might be my real dad. And let's just say Bobby's niece is my mom, so think about that.
There you, brother.
All right, love you, Bobby.
He hung up.
That's my fucking uncle. Great uncle.
Goodness.
That motherfucker's wild. That's a legend right there, man. You call me that's a fucking legend. That dude.
Dude, that was so funny. Like we were looking for a couch for the longest, and then we go by Bobby's place down there, and we walk in. There's like 30 minutes till close. We find the couch we want, and we're like, let's just go ahead and get it. It's like 10 minutes till close.
Yeah.
And so
Calls me. I'm off
Yeah.
at home.
I'm haggling with him. We get down to a price we both like, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be right back. I live literally 3 minutes up the road. I'm gonna grab my trailer. be right back. I'll pick it up. And he's like, well, we close in like 5 minutes. And I went, okay, well, I'll be right back. And he went, whoever was in there, like a bigger dude with big calves.
Yeah,
and,
Jason. Yeah, he's a good guy.
and he was like,
his calves are fucking yoked.
just for no reason, bro. Like he
That's
rides a
right.
bike everywhere all the time.
And he doesn't. Like, nobody understands why.
But he goes, Jason, I assume you don't mind closing? And then he goes, you need help loading that up? I said, yeah. And he calls you.
Yeah,
he's
my
like,
God,
he's
dude.
like, DJ, get down here and help him load this up.
He's like, it's your friend. I love Bobby, man. Bobby's freaking, he takes care of me, dude. But it's crazy the amount of people that know him.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go. That man was in Rome, Georgia. And this woman knew who he was. Rome, Georgia.
That's crazy.
Knew who he was through wrestling. Not through furniture,
Yeah.
through wrestling. She's like, you're the lovely one, or something like
Oh,
I have a
goodness.
picture of you, and this and that. I'm like, oh, God, you don't look like that no more, so don't even try.
Yeah.
I love him to death, man. He takes care of me. He's wild, dude. Wild. I love it. You need to have him here sometime.
Oh, dude, that's a good idea. We should have him
You
on.
should have, if he
Yeah.
can sit still for 30 minutes. I mean,
Let's get you and
he's
Bobby in here.
no, I'm not going to come with Bobby. He'll roast
An
me the
actual
whole
fight would
time,
break
bro.
out.
Nah, he's a big guy. He whooped me and Pokey, like,
Uh-oh. Oh, we're about to have all kinds of people here. Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Can I speak to Judah?
Yeah, he's listening.
yeah,
Hey,
hello.
big boy.
Hey, baby.
You got child support waiting.
Well, you better turn that into the government, bitch. I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, tell him my real name's Chase Cramblett. That's what Judah's short
Social
for.
security number.
What's your credit
You
card?
know
number?
you love me, big boy, don't you?
No.
Judah,
You sound like one of them too many whiskey drinks nights. You know what I mean? I had too many whiskey sours that night. Jesus.
you told me that you loved me last night, Judah.
You know who I think that is? That's Pokey.
No.
That's got to be
No,
Pokey.
no, it's the guy with the glasses, the one you cut a promo with, where he turned away from the brick wall. You remember that?
No, that's not Randy.
Yeah, it's Randy.
No, that's not Randy.
You don't think so?
Say something else.
What, big boy?
Say something else.
Fucking Pokey.
You know you love me. You
That's
make
either
me want to
Pokey
scream
or
when you're in
Colt.
the bed.
Just hang up the phone. Jesus. God, you weirdos, dude.
This is why you're not allowed on the podcast anymore.
I don't owe no child support.
Yeah.
That's why they don't. I tell them not to use my last name. Judah don't got no last name, so I'm safe.
Just Judah, first name.
Yeah, just Judah. That's it.
Makes it hard for filing.
Which one? No, just that one.
Jesus
Oh, I think it's the
Christ.
same number.
Yeah, we're ignoring you. Be more original.
You got to say more than just one thing when you call in.
I need my child support. That's what you said last time.
I wonder how my kid's doing. Dad, if you're still watching, man,
Oh,
I don't think that kid's mine.
Oh Lord,
That's
this
a
is the
different
same number
number.
again.
That's a
It's the
different
first number that called. This is Randy, I
Oh,
think.
God.
Hello.
Yeah, you got Judah on the show.
Yes, Aunt Stephanie.
No, I'm going to tell you something.
What?
Don't make fun of Judah, because he's the best thing since white bread.
Yeah, since
He
white
is
bread.
White bread.
Yeah. I love you, Aunt
He
Stephanie.
is the best thing. See, that's what happens when you smoke crack.
I just had a private number try to call me too.
I love you, Aunt Stephanie. I love you.
Don't be mistreating me.
They won't mistreat me. I love you.
Okay.
I knew who that was immediately because I hear Bobby in the background. I heard Bobby yelling in the background. I love that guy, man. God dang.
He is something else.
Oh,
I'll
I
tell you
love
what.
him.
He's goofy.
I love him. He's a good dude, man.
You definitely got to have a certain personality to put on a show like he has.
Oh,
How long has he been doing it?
Yeah, and he did it in the early 90s. That's how Dad met Mom, actually. Wow. You know the story of
How I Met
Mom,
Your
man?
Mother? No.
Dad started wrestling. Dad went to the Navy. Dad's got side of his throat's paralyzed, so they Gave him a medical discharge because he couldn't yell overboard. Jesus.
You got a lot of fans, man.
I know, I can't help it.
It's the same
I'm
guy
gonna-
just calling from
I
a
wanna
private
be
number.
Just like Yoda when I get older. I'm gonna be the heavyweight of sucking dick.
Well, get on your knees and start learning, you little fucker. Jesus, I'm watching what I say. You know, I don't want y'all to get in trouble.
We all knew that you didn't
You
want
knew
to
what I
say
was going to
fucker.
say. You knew what I was saying. Anyway, Dad starts wrestling for Bobby in like 92 or 93. Dad gets discharged from the Navy. He works in the city or whatever. Bobby has an ad in the paper about how he's bringing wrestling back to Owensboro. Wrestling used to be huge in Owensboro.
Really?
Yeah, because of territory days. We'll get into that another time, whatever. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead. I'm
Let me
interested.
tell the story. Pokey or whoever, or Ran. So Dad meets Bobby, and they hit it off. They become friends. A couple years later, Dad meets Mom. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. Dad's wrestling a match in 95. January 14th, 95. It's a Saturday. Dad's wrestling a match. Mom's water breaks. Referee's got to tell Dad what's going on. They booed it out, and Mom wouldn't have me born here, so they had to drive. I don't know. She's a Hoosier. I had to drive to Evansville, and I was born January 15th. All because they're at a wrestling show, basically.
That's pretty badass. All right.
You just put it on vibrate.
Yeah.
We ignored you because I'm telling stories. Damn it! And I know that's got to be Pokey or Colton.
Pokey or
there's-
Colton.
If there really is any women watching, go ahead and call.
if there's any women watching, go ahead and
Yeah,
call.
right.
All right. Last time, private number.
Tell Judah this is Thomas. I was just messing with him.
Oh my God, that kid! He's a 16-year-old
Y'all
queer.
thought it was some old lady, probably. Or y'all
All
thought it was
right.
Pokey.
I'm answering another call.
Another one.
Yeah.
Y'all hear somebody saying Ran Van.
Ah! That's Raw Dog, dude. That's Raw Dog.
Raw Dog Randy Wilson.
I love him, dude. I'm getting hyped. Randy is the funniest motherfucker in the world. I swear to
Your
God.
Snapchats with him are fucking hilarious.
I love you, Randy.
I love you too. I'm here at the old penthouse busting ass tonight, brother. You coming over?
If you want me to, but I don't want no fat women, dude.
Oh, no fat women.
I mean, yeah, we can G-bang a girl together, cuz. Family affair, Holmes. What'd he say?
I don't know. Why is all your family calling from the same number?
I don't know.
They're literally passing the phone around in a circle.
Randy is the funniest motherfucker ever. I swear to God. He is the funniest person of all time. I swear I will stick
Of
by
all
that.
time.
Of all
Of
time.
all the people that have ever lived.
All the people I've ever met.
Oh, okay.
Randy is the funniest motherfucker I have ever met. I swear to God. Dude will walk into customers' houses and introduce himself as like wrestlers that we met that weekend. He'd be like, "Hey, Raven Valentino, nice to meet you." Yeah.
Raven.
God damn.
Well, at
This
least
whole
it's a-
episode
At
is
least it's
gonna
a
be
different
taking
number.
calls, yeah.
Hello.
Hello, I have a question for Judah.
Okay.
If you could have been born as any other race beside the one that you are right now, what would you be?
Well, I mean this with the most respect. I would have been black. They're good-looking people. There's your answer.
Have you been practicing that in the mirror?
Just professional, brother. I've been black. I've always wanted dreads anyway.
All right. Well, thanks for your question, bud.
Any other race, I would have been a Jew.
We both. There was like a moment of silence where we just interpreted what he said.
Oh man.
Derek Beamer wants to know, what about your adventures at a drag queen show?
Oh my God.
Oh,
that's a good
you went
story.
to a drag queen show.
First of all, Beamer, y'all need to meet Beamer.
Okay.
Cool ass dude.
All right.
Cool ass dude. Love him to death. He's older. Really, really, really older. He's a cool guy. So we're hanging out one night, just chilling, getting our freak on. And
You're doing what?
Before you get too deep into that story, Zach Cox just said, "Thanks, bud. I'm half appreciative of that."
Because he's mixed.
Black.
oh, Popsky, bro. I love Zach so much. dude. Zach's way cooler than you, bro.
Oh, that's it's his half black side.
I love Zach. Zach is cool as shit, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, so me and Beams, Me and Beamer are like chilling. He's like, what are you young kids, young lads do? Because he's so old. He's like, what are we doing? So we go to Club 300, whatever. There's a couple whales there. We're out of here.
We're out of here.
I'm not on a fucking safari. You know what I mean? So we go to.
Whales are in Africa.
I didn't want to say hippos because he said you'll get pulled from Facebook. So.
I think it's pretty much all insults. I don't think it's...
So anyway, so I'm like, all right, so let's go to 1006. So we go to 1006. Dude's like, hey, there's a cover tonight. And you know me, I'm abrasive a little bit.
Just the hair.
And I'm like, what the fuck you mean there's a cover? Like, what the fuck you mean?
Do you know who the fuck I am?
No, we don't.
I am the fourth son.
So I'm like, what the fuck you mean there's a cover? Blah, blah, blah. It's 1006, bro. It's fucking Owensboro. What am I paying a cover for?
Yeah.
Some fucking shitty music? Get out of here. So we pay the cover or whatever, and they're like, it's a drag show. And I'm like, oh, you're funny, dude. You're hilarious. Beamer's all tatted up and shit. Looks wild. I'm me. I look crazy. I'm like, oh, they're just fucking with us, right? Look at us. And we're rough looking dudes. So we walk in. We're drinking. I'm already lit. Beamer's lit. We're all lit. I think Ryan Souders is with us. Ryan. We're all lit, dude. And like, we're on that first part of 1006, just that side of the room. I'm like, there is not a drag queen show going on. This dude's fucking with us, man. We go to the second room. Sure as shit. They got a little stage up there, and there's drag queens, bro. I lose it. I'm like, me, bro. I don't care.
You put on a dress. And
I start
roll.
Hey, I wore a dress. But anyway,
I don't know if anyone's surprised by that.
But like Beamer's like, hey man, don't tell nobody. And me, I'm like, I'm telling everybody. This shit is funny, bro. Like, this is hilarious, man. All respect. Love for everybody. Just so we know. I'm trying to keep it PG, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm proud of you right now.
Thank you.
You're as under control as you've been since you've been on this podcast.
Under control.
The most under
I
control
love how
visit
our
ever.
friendship is like you're my handler.
Bro,
like
it's
it's
the
what
same
you
for
look
us.
at.
That's why we're a good dynamic for a podcast, because he reels me in.
And then y'all two both keep
Yeah.
me under. I'll get wild up in this motherfucker.
I'll ag you on and he'll reel you in.
But Chase has been doing that since like our 8th grade year.
Yeah,
bro.
since you first 1-2'd a kid in the fucking plaza.
Hey, he put a knife, dog. He was ready to go.
That
I
guy
said,
did
fuck
pull
it.
a deadly weapon.
I said, fuck it, dog.
and an intent to
Whatever.
hurt us, yeah.
I said, well, I'm such a UFC mark, dude. I'm such a big fucking MMA fan. I said, let's get it.
There's probably scouts in this parking lot right now.
And if that kid knew how to fight, I would have got whooped, dog.
That was
Thank
back-
God he didn't.
That was back in the backyard fighting the Square Gon days.
I showed a guy I work with, Jacob Schuler. I showed him the videos of me and Brian at Our Lady. I showed him me getting choked out, bro, because I gassed out. I hit him with a single leg. I'm gassed. I'm gone. That was like in the first 10 seconds. I'm already tired, bro.
Oh, fuck.
I'm throwing elbows and shit because I seen John Jones do it. I thought I'm cool like that. Yeah. And I showed him that, and he asked me my record. And I had to walk down memory lane. I was 5-1 in backyard MMA, dude.
Dude, that was...
I was 5-1.
I've heard stories about that. When did
Yeah.
that start?
Ooh,
Cody Atkinson being so
Yeah.
popular. Like
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take this one. Remember, was it 8th grade we used to meet before school? It was me, you, and Tavis Tinsley. Always got to school first. And I've known Tavis since like
we need to get
kindergarten,
Tavis
bro.
in here. He's...
I love Tavis.
Tavis. He's a good dude.
I've known Tavis since like kindergarten. Like Tavis is my boy. I love
Really?
Tavis. And we'd always get to school earlier, and I knew Tavis, and like I just got to know Chase. And then like one day, me and Chase, I'm like, hey, do you watch this? He's like, yeah, dude. But Chase was like me. We didn't just know UFC. We knew all the Japanese stuff and all the underground stuff. That's how we became boys. Was through MMA. But like Cody was a junior or sophomore our
I think
age
he was a
that year.
junior when we were...
He's got a few years on it.
Yeah.
He was a fucking legend.
Yeah,
like,
he
I don't
was.
care. Anybody watching this disagree with me. I don't care. Cody was a goddamn street fighting legend. Even though he didn't street fight.
And
did
it was because he
backyard
didn't
MMA.
look like a Street Fighter.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. He was just, and Cody, if you watch this, I love you to death. You know that. pudgy ass kid, wouldn't think nothing of him, but that dude would beat your ass, bro. He was 16 years old, beating up like 30-year-old dudes.
Well, he
Grown
wasn't.
ass
He
man.
wasn't. I'll take it back. He wasn't a street fighter. He was just a guy who.
That's
knew
what
how to throw
I'm.
hands.
We knew him like he was a street fighter. He never fought.
That was his
there,
reputation.
There was one time. There was one video on YouTube. Me and him talked about it a bunch. There was a video of him. Some dude talked shit to him because of his rep. Whooped this grown ass man, this big old dude. But anyway, Cody was a legend, and like we all like heard stories about him. Like, oh my god. Then we get to high school, and it's like, that's him.
Yeah.
Like, no offense, bro. I'm expecting like fucking Chuck Liddell, you know.
Literally, that's what everybody says to him. He's like,
But like Cody just whoops people.
And then we had the fucking UFC party over here, and who was it? You or was it? I think it was DJ. That was like, yeah, DJ was like, he was like, Cody's coming over here. I was like, who's Cody? He's like, oh, dude, he's a really good
legend,
fighter,
bro.
I was like, oh, really cool. And I didn't pay much mind to it. He's like, bet you won't call him a pussy when he walks in. And he walked in. I was like, you Cody? He went, yeah. I said, heard you were a pussy. And he just started dying laughing.
just nonchalant.
he knows. He knows.
He went.
And then
I think
we'll
I'm like you.
We'll show you 2 hours of videos, just him just whooping dudes, man. Like he was unreal. Cody, you should have gotten MMA. You should have focused on it more, and you would have went a long way. He was just that dude that could take a punch, but he had fucking power from hell, dude. Cody, please watch this. You fucked up, dude. I'll say it to your face. You would have been one of the best to come from this area if you would have just stuck with it. I'm saying that right now. But anyway, so like 8th grade year, we're older, you know, we're getting hairs on our balls. We think we're cool, bro. We're like, but like you look at the time too when we were in
I feel like
8th
you had
grade.
hair on your balls in 5th grade.
No, man.
All right, Brian.
I was Andy Milanakis all the way up until now. Until now. Until I grew
Until when I walked in that front door.
I swear, I look the same from like 4th grade to 19 years old. I swear.
Really?
I swear to God. Ask him, I swear, bro.
The cowlick.
Yeah. Anyway, so like 8th grade, it's like 2008. UFC starting to like Chuck Liddell's at the peak, man. Just got over the peak. Rampage, like Pride just got bought out. It's like cool as shit, bro. So we're like, let's do that. And now looking back on it, like, okay, there's where my brain damage started. You know,
There's the start of the CTE.
Other than football, you know.
That's where I started getting involved in it too.
But yeah.
Because like even before I wrestled, that's what we were doing back before high school.
Yeah.
And it was weird because like we would just have these shitty training regimens that me and Brian would do.
Yeah, we were always like, all right, man, we're going to spar and hit the mitts. Like, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
Like,
had no
man.
professional training.
But
We were
looking
just-
back on it now, like,
You're still getting something, man.
we
No.
can hold our own now
Yeah.
just because we learned how to fucking take a punch.
Yeah, man.
15 years ago.
If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have got into like folk style wrestling at all.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah,
have,
it's
I
all
would've thought
because
it was
of
lame,
MMA.
you know.
It's
But then
all-
once I learned, I was like, dude. Once I figured out like, you know, what like good wrestlers can do. Like I was like,
Yeah.
man, I want to get good at wrestling, man. Like
Right.
because like I remember the first time I ever rolled, it was with Colton in Alex's front yard. do you remember that? Were you there for that?
No, I was there for Drew Paulin,
Oh gosh.
who was like older than us and like beating people up for real.
Yeah. Well, I remember that
I love that guy,
specifically
too,
because
man.
like we'd like play the UFC game. They're like, all right, time to do that.
Yeah, let's do that for
Sounds
real,
bad.
bro.
Yeah.
That's how it all. MMA and me and MMA and you are different. Dad wrestled with Jeff Osborne, who commentated for the UFC, who did owned Hook and Shoot in Evansville, which like, dude, Frank Mir,
Misha Tate.
Misha Tate, all kinds of people started from.
That's badass.
The list goes on and on. So like, I think the first time I ever seen MMA outside of a video game was probably like 99 or 2000. It was like a tap out tournament, just a tournament in the ring.
Man, you
Midgets
gave me
fighting and shit.
all those old DVDs.
Oh,
of Hook
Invicta and
Shoot.
stuff. Yeah, like Vanderlei
Yeah,
when he's young.
yeah. Those are pretty
Yeah.
dope, dude. There's one.
Well, even wrestling, because like in the late 90s, Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock were in WWF at the time. And like I remember seeing them, I'm like, and that was their whole gimmick. It was like, oh, they're cage fighters. They're ultimate fight. Back in the day, there's those
Yeah.
ultimate fighters. You know, it sounds
Right.
cool. That's how I'm like, okay, this shit is cool, bro. So like I've always been into it. Funny thing is, meet Chase Cramlett. It's like, holy shit, there's another kid that's into that. That's how we became, like, swear to
Yeah.
God, like, I'm always growing. There's nobody else that liked it. Because when we were kids, it was wrestling, like, you know, Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant, stuff like that. But, like, here I am, like, 8 years old watching MMA, you know, and then I meet Chase, and he's the first kid that's like, Oh, you know who Fedor is? Yeah, I know who Fedor. Oh shit, dude, you want to be friends? Literally,
Dude, we just become best friends.
like literally. Is that not literally how it happened?
That's pretty much it.
Literally, I'm like, dude, do you watch this? I remember we wrestle around before
Yeah.
school, and
How does everyone become friends with you just through shared interests too? Like
it's a good way to become friends.
like
though.
it is good.
Because
Me
I
and
stick
him
to
met it-
myself when I don't know people.
Yeah, you're super shy, and I was talking
Yeah.
about guns at work one day, and he was like, "You like guns?"
Chase it. No offense, love you to death, but you're one of the most awkward people
He said,
when it
"You
comes
want
to socializing.
said-
You're very socially awkward.
you want to go to my truck
Would
and look
you
at my pistol?" I would love to.
Chase, you have enough humility to admit that you're very socially awkward.
Yeah, I can be socially
And-
awkward. And then there's times where, like, I just don't get
But that's where like common interests like get you. you
Yeah.
know. It's weird how you meet some of your friends. Me and Lance, you met Lance, right?
I think so.
He's
Lance,
been over
yours?
here a few times.
Yeah.
Like,
I
taller,
think-
skinnier guy with glasses.
Marine.
I
he was
think
in
so.
the
Might have
Marines.
seen him out at the bar.
Him and what's the other Zach? Damn it, Cowboy. I had the Cowboy.
Zach Baxter.
Yes,
Yeah.
He's cool as shit too, bro.
I love that
him
dude.
too.
Yeah.
They like he was a Marine, and
Redneck.
they But anyway, me and Lance in Colton, me and Colton played baseball together, and then like 3rd or 4th grade at godly Harry Smith Apartments on 4th Street. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Crabtree, 4th Street.
Wait, Crabtree. I'm trying to picture it in my head.
Ghetto.
Yeah.
So, like me and Brad Young.
Oh shit! Colton just dropped in.
Oh,
you know what he
Cotton.
said? He said,
What?
"Hot bone sword."
Bones.
Colton, I'm telling the story about me and Lance and you. So it's Colton, Lance, and James Hall versus, and I mean that literally, not my,
Nah.
versus,
Yeah.
bro. Me, Brad Young, and his little brother Tyler, who was like a child at the time. We were too. We were like 8. We're like, okay, I guess one of us, I said it earlier, I'll mention it again, the outsiders, like maybe we're like, all right, let's rumble in the park. Like the West Side Story, like.
Yeah.
So it's me, Tyler, and Brad versus Colton, Lance, who are brothers, and then James Hall. We're like, let's just have this fight, whatever. Brad and Tyler get whooped, dog. I remember
shit.
Lance like fucking WWE style, like pressed him and like Ultimate Warrior and like threw him on this like side rail and like stomped him. And James was beating up the other kid. And like Colton's watching.
Yeah.
And I'm whooping Colton, dog. I'm dogging Kurt. I hope you say something about I was dogging you, homie. I wish cell phones were a big thing. then.
Hey, you can call in numbers.
Yeah,
numbers in the
call in and
description.
debate this with me because I was whooping you good. And then like Lance or
8 years
James jumped
8
in.
years old.
Yeah, James jumped in and I took James by like his neck and threw him because I watched WWE so much. I'm like, all right, DDT time, like threw him and then.
Shit.
Yeah, don't even start, bro.
Don't even-
Don't even start, bro. I gave you the hands. Don't even lie. And then like
8-year-old hand.
Lance like drop kicked me in my ass and ran away.
Nice.
So that's how we became like really close. Me
So
and
you
Colton
beat
were
up
already-
one of them, the other one ran away from you, is what I heard.
Yes.
Okay. Just
said
making
you
sure
were-
we're all on the same
Colton
page.
said you were too large.
I was the same size, just no beard.
8 years old.
you came out of the womb this size.
Yeah, I was like 157 pounds out of the wound.
For Jimmy to post some baby pictures.
Man, it was good times, dude. It's crazy. All right, let's. keep
So
it
wait,
on
so
it.
you meet Chase, and how does the backyard wrestling?
Okay,
start?
so it was natural. It was organic, man. You got these kids, and it's like, okay, football's over. What do I do now? See, I was always strictly football. I played baseball and stuff, but when it got to middle school, it was just football.
Yeah.
So when football's out, what do I do? I can't just sit at home and watch Monday Night Raw
Yeah.
like I did my whole life. But I got to have another interest. I'm like, dude, let's fight. But like, let's be friends about it. That's
Yeah.
Let's sanction this. And for us as a group, I hate being cocky. I'm humble. Dude, you can laugh.
Yeah,
and
I
make
can
it-
really tell.
When am I actually cocky about shit?
No, you
Okay,
do-
I'm
you do it
cocky
in good
about
spirit, in good
yes,
spirit, yeah.
But legitimately, I'm not. But I would like to think I'm me, Chase, kind of Chase, me, and damn it, what's his name? If you're watching this, I am so sorry. Radloff, Justice.
Just,
And, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Justice or Jasmine?
Justice.
Oh.
Jasmine. Damn it. I'm sorry if you're watching this. We were good friends. I'm sorry. It's been a long time. I apologize. Please do not.
It's the first
ream
time
me
you've
for
ever
that.
said sorry to that guy.
I know. I'm sorry. Well,
All
I,
the shit.
I feel bad now, but it's because I'm drinking and I'm like talking fast. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I love you to death. I've stayed on the night at his house a million times. But I feel like me and Jasmine were like the first to push it
Yeah.
in middle school. And we're like, dude, Jasmine lived on Davis.
Was Jasmine a female?
No, he's a big ass kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
Okay.
When we were kids, he was like the size he is now then.
Yeah.
Like we joked about me. No, this motherfucker was really this grown
Yeah.
man size then, and strong as shit too. So we're like, all right. So he lived by Davis, and we're like, dude, let's fight in your front yard. His mom was cool. Let's fight in the front yard, and by God, we did. I think me and Logan Page, Logan Page were one of the first fights. Love you, Logan. And Jasmine, I'm sorry for saying Justice. You know I love you, man. I'm just drinking.
Big mishap.
I really,
So you
really
guys
feel
were just
bad.
in school, and one day you
Look,
just
hold
decided,
on.
like,
If
everybody
you
meet
ever-
up?
Hold on. If you watch this, I'm legitimately sorry for saying
He
your
gets
name
it,
wrong.
bro. He gets it.
I'm crying.
Yeah. Everyone stop what you're doing.
Send him a DM.
No, but yeah, like me and Logan just fought to fight, and then one time we were like, dude, I remember me and Jasmine were on OMS had teams, and that was like you were on a team, you went to every same class together.
Oh, really?
So you got close with kids, man. And I'm like, Jasmine, let's get some people here for that. It was like me versus this bigger kid named Jake, me and Jake, and then Chris Stepp and Jasmine. And Chris was like, he took Taekwondo and shit. He's legit, man. He's legit, yeah. And this is 8th grade, so we're kids, man. We're like, all right, we'll just make an event out of it. And we had a good turnout, if I remember correctly. Like me and
pretty
Jake do our
badass.
thing.
Whose house did you decide to meet up at?
Jasmine's.
Jasmine's
Jasmine's
house,
mom
okay.
was like really cool.
Okay.
And so
She
we
was
meet
like,
up-
yeah, you can come beat your friends up in the backyard.
She's like, don't be stupid. And, you know, she
That's literally what we plan on doing.
man, she was a nice woman. She was a real nice woman. But anyway, so we do our deal. Dude calls the cops, and we're like, all right, let's go to Hobo Woods, which was just a stone's throw at the time, which fucking sucks.
Where's
that it's
Hobo
not-
Woods at?
Gone out.
Virtually where you live.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
one of
Mallard
those
Creek,
new.
is that was that
Mallard
where
Creek? Yeah.
is?
Mallard
Yeah, that's
Creek.
right.
Right
where I-
behind,
Lafayette.
right behind y'all,
Lafayette
where they
and
just
Mallard
built
Creek.
that.
Yeah,
Remember how
those
there
new
was some
duplexes.
Byron Court.
Yep.
Okay.
Byron Court. Remember, I told my sister lives there. Byron Court, right behind her house. Those new little.
I got you.
They're literally
Yeah.
right behind.
That was
Right
Hobo
behind
Wood.
me, yeah.
It was like BMX track. The ice storm of 09 ruined it. But it used to be like bike tracks and ramps and all that. It was a
That's cool
college
as
kid
fuck.
hangout when I was a kid. But we would go there. We went there and fought, and then it just grew. We were like, okay, this dude.
What did the cops do when they showed up? They're just like, can y'all stop?
Oh, we bounced, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
They just
Yeah.
showed up at Jasmine's house. And they're like,
Oh, we don't know. We left. Oh, what do you mean? I don't wait for the cops. yeah, OBD.
OBD.
What?
Colton said I was conceived there.
Hobo Woods.
Oh
Colton,
my gosh.
can I please tell the story about your dad picking us up outside of Hobo Woods? Please respond to that.
Yeah, I have some silly stories with me and Colton was.
Colton is one of the
Never a
most
boring
outrageous people I've ever met, and I love him to death for it.
Never a boring moment with that guy.
Yeah.
Such a good person.
Those are the best people to have around.
Such a good person.
Right.
We'll give you the shirt off of his back, but we'll also shoot you with the pellet gun. Just laugh, bro.
Just to laugh.
Fighter for Life 1019.
Oh, who said that?
Colton.
Oh my God, fighter for life. So anyway, so we get to high school, and then I met Brian in 8th grade, and Brian Smith. Have you met Brian?
I think that name's familiar.
We
Maybe
probably
not.
mentioned him in front of. Dude was the Forrest Griffin of our fighting realm. Like he made it. And we get to high school, and Cody, they kind of like slacked off, you know, and it was kind
Well,
of
they
us
just,
then.
you know, a lot of them got older and they were just,
Right.
they either went to actually training or they just,
Well, when you get older, you get in more trouble.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And Brian was like I said Forrest Griffin, I'm going to say Chuck Liddell because he was the man. Dude, Brian would fight anybody, any place, anytime.
Dude, what was his backyard record? Like
Brian's backyard record was like
11 and
28 and 11.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that dude fought like at least 100 times, but he won like 80 and lost like 20. Like it was
Damn.
He was always down to fight, man.
always down to fight anybody, any place. Justice's backyard, Justice Hawkins, his backyard. A lot of fights happen.
Was it
there.
just like normal UFC rules, or
Yeah.
Cody
You
would
use
ref a lot.
gloves?
Well, Cody would ref when he was there, but the thing is like we thought we knew what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But looking back, we didn't know shit.
Of course.
You know, so like we would sanction it, like
Sanction.
yeah,
Everybody
if
had to
you
go
can
get their
call
mom
it
to give
that.
them gloves and shit.
Yeah. Spend an allowance to buy. I had tap out shorts. Like I had board
Hell yeah.
shorts, actual board shorts.
That was something else.
I lost to
man.
Brian, and I
It's all still on YouTube.
I retired.
Colton? Oh boy.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah. All you got to do is search on YouTube. Is Fighter for Life 1019.
I wish that promo. I
That
had.
was actually Brian's YouTube account. I ruined when I put a bunch of crazy shit on there. But it's Fighter for Life 1019. There's highlight tapes of all of our fights in there. Mine and Brian's fights got like 3,000 views, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're man.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I just attract
yes, but
people,
yeah,
bro.
I'm
you
telling
know?
you.
Yeah, I had one promo I cut up for it, and I have no idea what happened to it because this is actually
Trace?
good. He just makes some good promos, dude.
Yeah, any technological thing you get your hands on, you do it to perfection.
Chase was the same person he was now then. So it's like he was the best at doing something. Didn't hear from him for 2 weeks. Same guy.
Shit, man.
Now that we're grown, it's like you don't hear from him for a year.
Yeah. It just expands it.
But I will. You know what? We talked. I will apologize as a man that I don't text you more or call you more. I just Snapchat you. Snapchat.
I don't want you to.
It was actually pretty, no crazy nights. Things were pretty calm
I
around.
have to calm myself down.
I didn't
bro.
get arrested in the last year. I didn't get in a
First of
fight in the
all-
last year.
First of all, I've never been arrested.
That's insane to me.
I never really did anything wild for real. I got in a couple fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, still got him, Colton.
What do you say? The nubs.
9.5 fingers. Yeah. Oh man, some fun times, man.
But yeah, Chase was the same person.
I had.
He was really smart, but just fucking. He would be your
Just
best
fucking what?
Just be your best friend for 3 grades, and then senior year he's like, all right, I just got to be at home.
I discovered vagina, and I will see y'all later.
That's what I imagine when he doesn't respond. He's, dude's in there watching porn, dual monitor porn. You got like BBW on the
They got
left.
the head. They got the VR now. So.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
hear from me again.
dude.
Never hear from me.
Get you a flashlight to go with
my
it,
God,
so it's like a real experience.
It's the real thing.
Man, we had some time.
We
I used to have
we
a
bought
hard
you
drive.
a pea pocket for a birthday one year.
Yeah, my girlfriend at the time.
Brian did.
Made me get rid of it.
Yeah, what was that called?
Oh,
that was not cool.
Super Stroker 2000 is
Super
what it was
Sucker.
called. Super Sucker 2000.
Super Sucker 2000.
It was such, and they gave it to me at work too. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hell
I can't
yeah.
remember when.
Brian did.
You're like, I got a job. I can't do drugs or have this here.
They all worked at Moonlight. Like every single one of them worked
We
at
all,
Moonlight.
we all
I
did work in
did.
Moonlight. They allegedly had some events in that back open space back there too before that got shut down.
Oh, really?
They didn't care. at
Like
all.
fighting events?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I remember that because Brian would always want me to come, and I was like, yeah.
In Moonlight?
I
never liked them.
Right in the
Outside
back,
of
right.
Moonlight.
You know how they have the walkout patio back there in
Yeah.
the back? Well,
Yeah.
there's a nice little green area. Like if you look in front, like you walk out of Tractor Supply and right next to Goodwill, there's that open
Yes.
field.
Yeah.
Before then, Tractor Supply wasn't there.
Yeah, right,
when
right,
we
right.
were in high
Right,
school,
it's just a big field,
It wasn't
yeah.
there. It was just a big field.
Yeah.
Brian always tried to get me good. There was only certain ones I liked. I liked
they had
Wesley.
lights there.
Wesley Dow.
Oh, he was wild.
I liked him, and that's like it. Out of the Moonlight crew.
Colton, we told that story earlier about Domino's. Yep. You have to go back.
Bro,
here?
there was a guy at 10:06 one night that came up to me, and he's like, I swear to God, I just thought about this. I cannot remember his fucking name. He was shorter, little heavy set, had glasses and a beard. And he was like, DJ Levine, man. I'm like, yeah, you
Literally
know
half
me,
of Owens,
dude.
bro.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, what's up, dog? You know, treat him like half of ones, bro. I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, dude, Brian always talks about you, bro, at Moonlight,
Oh,
man. I'm like, how do I know? He's like, from Moonlight, dog. Hell yeah. I'm
Hell yeah.
like looking at Lance like, who is this guy, bro? I still never figured out who. If you're watching, I'm sorry. I've done things since then.
Bro, one of the funniest fucking experiences of my life was when we were in Taylor's, and when the older women would walk past, you go, "Yo, mom, what are you doing here?"
Look, you know,
like as hot women would go back, she'd be
Yeah.
like, Becky, you remember me?
Yeah,
And you'd be
yeah,
like,
the middle
"Who?
school
That's
line,
not
bro.
me." Like, no, I remember
Listen.
you.
I'm a solid 6. I'm not going to give myself more. Now that I've worked out a
Are you
little
using
bit,
my hands or your hands?
Yeah.
Chase's hands, I'm a 7.5. My hands, I'm a 6. Here's what I'm saying. Why I give myself a solid 6. Now that I'm working out, 6.5. You know, what I'm
And you
saying?
got heavyweight title 7.
7.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
No problem,
Put that
dog.
one out too. But it's like, look,
high five
all these
again.
dudes are scared to talk to these women, bro. First of all, they're at a bar wearing clothes like that. It's probably not girls you want to talk to. You know what I mean? That being said, people are
And we just got taken down again.
Wait for it.
No, I'm good, dude. All you got to do, it's a simple line. I'll teach everybody watching right now this line, dude.
hear
You
it.
just say, hey, didn't we go to middle school together? Works every time, bro. And I will never
Bro,
forget.
I've literally been with you. It does not work
Yes,
every
it
time.
does, bro. Don't lie to the people, man.
Let me
Don't
see.
lie
It's
just to be
worked.
funny.
It's worked
You
zero
remember-
times.
That's horse shit.
0 out of 150 times.
It's worked every time. You don't start, bro. It's worked every time. You remember that time I said something to that dime piece Mexican dog or Latina? I shouldn't say Mexican, Latina, because we don't know where she's from. I said something to her, and
The
I'm
wall
like-
just got 10 feet high.
and like I turn away. I just turn away because I'm like, there's no way that one's talking to me. She looks like a girl I just watched on porno, dude. Like I looked you up, Latina big booty POV. You know what I mean? Like I turned away and you're like, dog, she's still talking to you, bro. And I turned, I did not know what the fuck to say.
You,
Do you remember
started
that
a
one?
conversation and then you just turned away from her and then she turned to you and was like, "Yeah, I do remember you," and you were just fucking not having it.
Looking for the
and I was
next
like, DJ, turn back around, dog. She's interested.
I did turn around. I did
Fish
not-
on, fish on.
Look, I can open up like the best of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself top 10 openers, closers, and middle game gone. I don't know what to say. It goes from, hey, do you remember me from middle school? Yeah, I do. What was your name? Oh,
Good, cool.
You watch wrestling?
want to sleep with me?
Have you heard of Big B Pro Wrestling?
I do say that one. I have used that one a bunch of times. You ever watch wrestling?
Hey, I bet it works in Ohio County.
Dude,
go to
Ohio
Philly,
County.
too.
I'm the fucking Fabio of Ohio
I'm
County.
telling
Okay?
you.
I'm like Dwayne Johnson
Rolling
down
in
there,
town,
bro.
Everybody stop.
You said I flew into Owensboro, drove my ass down here. What did you say?
That was in Ohio County,
It
bro.
was building 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, outside though.
Yeah.
I was green, dude. I just
What
started.
happened?
It was like my first year wrestling. I just got confidence, man, because it's a
Oh,
weird
man.
thing.
That was
Like
a good
I'm-
show.
It was outside. Yeah, I
those
worked
football
out.
players. It was at the fair.
Yes, I worked Big Rowdy
Yeah,
Red,
yeah,
big
yeah.
guy. I like get on the mic and I'm like, I landed in Owensboro, Kentucky. I drove down here to Hartford and now I hate it. And I hate every single one of you, or something like that. And, I'm like, and then, like, I'm working on the dude, bang, bang, giving him some heat, man, and just working on him. And, like, these kids say something, and I'm like, this guy's as good as your football team is, and all my
Oh,
They were
shit.
about to jump. They were about to jump in there. They were so mad.
Hell yeah.
It
Doing
looked
your
like-
job. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I'm one man
Crowd
for
engagement, man.
It's always people from Ohio County's ready to fight, bro. Yeah. I will give them that. They're ready to rumble
well,
at
they
all
got nothing
times,
else going
bro.
on, bro. They don't give a fuck. They were
Football
born with
season's
they were
already
born
over.
with a criminal history. It runs in generations.
Ohio County, you suck.
No, for not having any liquor there, y'all are mean.
We'll drive through Fordsville. But the best thing about Fordsville is in 10 minutes we'll be through Fordsville. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like that's like when you hear stereotypes about Kentucky, it's Fordsville.
It's Fordsville. Yeah, Fordsville's pretty rough.
I mean, they're floating boats. You know what I mean? Ain't got no lake.
Yeah, no lake. That's
Power's
silly
on,
shit,
but their
dude.
light bulbs aren't in. You know
I feel
what
like
I'm saying?
I feel like everybody played the UFC game and then was like, "Let's go fuck each other up." Like,
No, dude. Everybody went to fucking Macy's and bought a tap out shirt, and they're like,
Yeah.
I can fight.
yeah.
Anime elite.
Those
That
are
was
the
step
funnest
one.
kids to beat up. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that.
And me, Zach Cox, Matt Sanders, Garrett Lacey, Logan McKnight, we all went at the front yard and did that shit too.
Oh yeah, it's
It's like a rite of passage for
Oh,
dudes.
yeah.
It's-
But here's the thing: is
Especially
like
our
the generation before us was wrestling. They all
Yeah,
did backyard
that
wrestling.
was their That was their
Backyard
UFC.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Right. They would make a little shitty ring and like bust light bulbs over each other's head. Why? I don't know.
Because you get to break shit.
You know, somebody asked me the other day what the most painful thing I ever felt was. And I was showing Chase a video of me getting like legitimately split open. My wig split, man. I had like 7 stitches or something. And still not the most painful thing. The most painful thing I've ever felt was Legos.
Really?
Legos is the most. I
you been staple gunned?
I haven't. Well, Randy popped me with a staple gun for fun. Like I never did that. Like a carpenter's. That ain't that bad though.
Really?
Yeah, coming out's easy. Legos was the worst thing I've ever done though. Middle rope fell on my back of my neck, my back, elbows, butt, the whole deal, man. That was the most painful thing in wrestling, bro.
Did you get bruised, like a mass bruise from it?
No, actually,
Really?
I didn't.
Just fucking sucked.
I was so sweaty too; they didn't stick too hard either. You know that shit. That was the worst thing I've ever. I've done some wild stuff though. I mean,
You
I got
dove
hit in
onto
the head
those
with
like
a cactus
like
once.
push pin tacks.
That's
seen that in
that's what they
WWE.
always do. Yeah, no, Legos are apparently worse.
Oof.
Yeah, Maria James. Maria James is like known as like she's a stud in the deathmatch world, dude. Like one of the top. Yeah, and she's like, "Why in the fuck did you bring Legos?" I'm like,
Oh,
"I
Jesus.
don't know." And she's like, "You should have did tags." I'm like, "Why, dude? Like I'm gonna bleed." And she's like, "They're a lot easier and they're a lot less painful." And goddamn, she was right. She was right,
It's like,
bro.
man, if you got one that's like upwards, like
Yes.
not straight up and down, oh, falling on one of
I
those.
just don't know about
Still
having someone
chairs
else's sweat pressed into your body through like tacks.
Yeah,
That would be weird.
I mean, it's weird. Like, that's why I hate the.
You got like I know in BJJ staff is like a big deal. Is that the same in wrestling or is it not the big
Dude,
deal?
I've wrestled in some of the dirtiest fucking rings you'll ever see in your life.
You're immune.
Bro. Like, yeah, I'm like, I'm just.
Corona didn't want no part of that.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, Judah's tough, man." To get away. Yeah, of course, man. HIV, shit like that. Kentucky, if you're bleeding, you got to have blood tests. Indiana's wild, wild west, man. You can
Oh,
do
really?
whatever. It's common sense, bro.
Yeah.
If you look like you're smoking dope before this match, I'm not gonna let you fucking bleed around me. Nope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck yeah. I've wrestled in places before. It's like, ugh, I need a tetanus shot. You know? Actually, when I busted my head, the doctor's like, how'd you do this, blah, blah, blah. And when I told her and I showed her, she's like, oh, yeah, we're going to, when's the last tetanus shot you
Cut
had?
a promo with the doctor.
I'm like, yeah, I'll be back next week to bust your head. But she's like, yeah, you're getting a tetanus shot.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm good. I'm up to date on that.
How'd you bust your head like exactly?
It was a tag team belt, which is a little smaller than this. Dude hits me in the head. I leaned in because, you know me. I'm whatever. I leaned in, and the edge
Ooh.
split me.
Damn.
And the doctor said I had so much scar tissue up there anyway from where I just,
So yeah, this didn't
it
phase
is just,
much.
just
Yeah.
clean cut. Just, it was almost straight up and down. It's how clean.
You have a scar from it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's right here.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've seen that before.
And like I have it stopped bleeding. I'm asking the boys for glue. I'm like, can I get some super glue? Because we're all wanting to go out and eat or whatever. I'm like, I'm not gonna go out with a big gash and wound on my head,
Yeah.
And Chase Steve, I just got it done bleeding, bro. I'm like, yes, finally, after half an hour. Chase Stevens comes up and goes, hey, look at that. Smacks me right in, and I swear to God, it just goes. But I taped it, and when I got home, I was like, I wonder how bad it looks. And I took the tape off, and it just went.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
shit, man.
Gotta
I
get
better go get
stitches.
this checked. Yeah.
You know, it was probably one of my favorite matches of yours.
What's
When
that?
you had on a baseball field. That you said you had to run like a mile and a half to the ring.
Oh no, yeah, it's where they did like tractor pools and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like a horse track basically. It was like the size of a horse track, but they did like tractor pools and stuff. God, where was that? Morgantown, Morganfield, somewhere
Morgan Field, I
down-
believe.
wherever it was.
Union County.
It was down there, and yeah, I came out of the curtain. I'm wrestling Dad. And like, dude, I swear to God, I had to walk like a fucking quarter mile to the ring,
Oh,
bro.
Still playing
Like
its
I'm,
loop 3 times.
yeah, I'm like walking through the dirt. And I'm like, holy shit, bro! Like this, I'm really doing this. Like this is awesome. That's me though. I'm like, yeah, dude, this is cool as shit, bro.
10 minutes
Yeah.
has gone by, still flexing, fireworks still going off.
I think our entrances alone were like 10 minutes. You get a time, so they like do your match in 30. I think our entrance is like 27. So,
Dude, 30 minutes for wrestling. That seems like I get fucking gassed.
yeah, I get
Damn.
gassed walking to the ring, bro. What do you mean? I do my entrance. I'm all hype, and I get in there. And they're
Here,
like,
you
all
beat
right,
me up for like 5 more minutes. Okay,
Here comes,
I need
here
a
comes the
break.
lockup. I'm like, they're announcing my name. I'm like, dude, I can't climb the rope to taunt. You know?
I can't get in there
It's
anymore.
nothing like, I will say this though, like the respect I have for it after wrestling so much now.
Yeah.
It's the worst conditioning, it's the worst soreness I've ever felt out of football, baseball, everything, man. It sucks, bro. Then I
it's
think
beating
about it,
your
I'm like,
body
yeah,
up,
here I am
literally.
wrestling a 260-pound man,
Yeah.
throwing him around. Of course I'm tired, bro. You
Yeah.
know? And then you get some dudes in there that are just fucking machines and they won't stop. Like, whatever, yeah. Not me.
Who's been like the toughest match, not as far as winning or losing, but just like the toughest to work with? Like they just fucked you up for real.
Like just a machine.
Yeah.
Cash flow's legit.
Dude.
He's
big guy.
legitimately like 350 pounds.
Yeah.
And his hand, it's like literally a frying pan smacking you.
Oof.
He like chopped me. It was
Oh,
called a
that
chop.
one chop he hit you with that made me cry, bro.
Yeah. he like chopped me. And like I've never, like
The
it's
whole
such
crowd
a,
went so, ooh, like everybody, ooh.
it's such a weird feeling though. It's like how to explain it. You know how like you stub your toe and it's just that shock of fucking pain. You're like, oh my God, worst thing ever.
Yeah.
That was his chop.
Fuck.
Like
You
I was
saw
like,
his hand go up in the air like this, and I was like,
look, all,
Bringing the heat.
all characters and gimmicks aside, like Douglas to you,
Yeah.
Cashflow's the toughest bastard I've ever been in that ring with. That was him and Vic the Bruiser. Vic the Bruiser's, fuck, please don't watch this. He's an older guy. He's been around a long time. He's a veteran. He's a legend, man. Really, them two, they were like, Vic humbled me because I'm like really conky and like, yeah, these dudes ain't doing shit to me, man. I'll throw hands, whatever. Then I wrestle him and he grabs a hold of me and I'm like, holy fuck, this dude could have his way with me virtually. Then I wrestle Cashflow. I'm like, all right, these dudes are legit.
Yeah.
Like they're actual motherfuckers. That was the worst. The scaredest I've ever been though was Chase. I wrestled. I had a tag team against Chase Stevens in at a church last summer. That was the
Power
scariest
Slams
I've
for
ever been. I'm like,
Really?
oh,
Why?
he's known to be a bad dude, man. He's a legit bad dude. State champion wrestler, gold gloves, 20 years of wrestling experience, just whooping dudes. Like legit whooping
Yeah.
dudes. I mean,
He's
I'm
fun
talking
to
bar
watch,
fights
too.
versus 7 dudes.
Super
He's standing on top. And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. What am I going to do to him, you know?
David wants to know how you got your wrestling name.
From the Bible. David Phillips.
Yeah.
Loose. From the Bible, Judah's the fourth son of Jacob and Leah. And to be honest, no cool story. I just thought the fourth son of wrestling would sound really cool.
And
Judah
Judah's
just
a
stuck.
cool name.
Yeah. And then actually Japanese wrestling, it's like a real big thing there just to have one name. And I want it one name because it stands out. Everybody here is like Xavier, like something, like Steel, you know, like
Yeah.
And Judah's like Japanese wrestling, like one name's really cool, and it's from the Bible. That's the answer for that. Judah was the fourth son of Jacob and Leah. I'm the fourth son of wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Prodigy, brah.
My name's from the Bible, too. Same story. You're my son.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, not even kidding. It's really.
Do we have any more questions on there for him?
Oh,
I want
man.
to make sure we at least cover most of it.
Yeah,
Most of the time, we don't get to like really take
I know,
questions
yeah,
unless they
yeah.
call in, but
Well, we get so delved in the
yeah,
conversation.
exactly.
You know, it's hard to do.
hard to find a stopping point sometimes.
Colton and a few other folks that were chiming in earlier, but it's kind of quiet down a little bit.
Okay.
Well, just give them to me. I'll talk to people. I don't mind, man. That's what I do.
David Phillips also said dirt bike ramp. I don't know. No, he said that like an hour ago. Never mind.
Is there a story
That might
behind
have been. No,
I think he
I.
was talking about Hobo.
Hobo Woods.
He might have
probably.
been talking about Hobo Woods
Yeah.
because there was big ramps in there.
He said you were his Amish brother.
David's a cool dude. Are you religious at all?
Not really. I mean, if I had to say like what religion I am, it'd be
Colton
Christian.
said, remember that time you ran into a tree with your truck?
Me, brother? That was him and like 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit!
I'm Pentecostal.
Are you really?
Born Pentecostal. My great aunt's a
Like, are you
preacher.
religious though, or is that just what you have?
I have faith.
Okay.
I believe. I
Yeah.
have faith. Religious to me means you're practicing,
Right.
like going to church and
Pull up
stuff.
your right sleeve. Pull up your right sleeve.
Yeah, I have faith for sure.
Okay. Very cool.
I believe. I think you have. To me, you
Mm-hmm.
got to have some sort of positivity in your life.
You gotta have some
Yeah.
sort of framework.
Because then you think about it, you're like, what the fuck else are we living for? You know.
For a good time.
I've been there, done that, man. I've
Yeah,
had
you
good
have.
times where last year the chains came off, the cuffs came off 2 years
Yep.
ago. I said, all right, motherfucker, it's time to party.
Derek said, "Who do you look forward to wrestling that you've never wrestled before?"
Around here, Chris Michaels. Chris Michaels had a hand in training Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, John Cena, that whole group of guys. When we were kids, they were the top guys.
Yeah.
Chris had a hand in training them, and he's a legend. Chris, for sure. I said that on the last podcast. I said that on my interview before that. God damn, book me in a match with Chris Michaels. I mean,
Dude.
fuck.
Follow-up question: Can you clear the ropes?
Oh,
Yeah. I got a video of me doing it. What do you
There
mean?
you go, Derek.
Oh, it was Derek.
Yeah.
Dog, you hit the ropes. I didn't hit the ropes. You hit the ropes. That's all I'm saying.
I remember being a kid. I was into WWE for like probably 2 years, and then my mom said she said one day, she's like, "How do you just watch them fake hit each other? Why is that entertaining?" And then I was like, "No, here's the thing. I thought it was fucking real. I did not know they were like fake." And then after she said that, I watched the next episode, and I was like, "Holy shit! How did I not see that?" And
Well,
like, like they kinda pull a
here's the
little bit.
thing, man.
But
Here's the thing.
Let me finish. I know you're gonna go on
Oh,
a
yeah.
wrestling.
I've never actually said this publicly.
Oh, okay. Well,
Publicly.
go ahead.
No, you can finish.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I remember when I was into it, I was like super heartbroken because John Cena had like his bicep torn by Randy Orton, and Randy Orton just
Like
came
on
in,
708,
and he was like
yeah.
the biggest douchebag ever,
Yeah.
and I just remember that was heartbreaking to me.
That's the whole point of wrestling, is to make you feel emotion, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole
Yeah.
thing. I'm a good guy now. The reason I'm a good guy is because my fucking wig got split for real. You know, and there's kids crying in the crowd because they don't know what's going on. That's why I'm
Yeah.
a good guy. It elicits reactions from people. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I get so offended, and I legit do get pissed when people call it fake.
yeah,
It's not fake.
Yeah,
It's not fake.
you guys are beating the shit out of your bodies.
And sometimes when you watch it, yeah, you know what? Any wrestling people watching this, get over it. I'm telling the truth. It's not fake at all. And the reason I say that is you're wrestling a guy 350 fucking pounds like Cashflow, who's 6'4", 350, goddamn huge dude, right? You think he can pull a punch and make me not feel it?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's hitting me. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, anybody who says that, I would point.
But
out
that's
to-
the thing, you know, it's always the argument against wrestling. Oh, it's fake. It's fake. There's nothing fake about it, man.
Yeah.
Look,
I agree with you. I used to say it all the time, and then
I can't
after talking to you
believe-
and like experiencing it, I was like, "Oh,
there
dude,
are a
that
lot
fucking
of-
sucks."
There's not a lot of like random wrestling fans on there, is there?
It's all wrestling fans.
You're literally Judah.
Yeah.
All right, fucking, I don't give a shit. I can come to you and say, all right, I'm winning, right? That's it. That's it. I'm landing on fucking 2x18 or 2x8 planks, dog.
Yeah.
I'm landing on Dugan Best floor. You've been there.
Right.
You know how that's a real floor. I'm landing head first on that floor. There's nothing fake about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I might know who's winning, but shit, I'm sure getting the shit kicked out of me. And let me tell you, I'm dishing it out too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no way to fake it.
And it doesn't matter if you know who's winning. It's the crowd not knowing
Right.
who's
And that's
winning.
the
It's
whole
the fun
point,
part.
The whole point of wrestling. And me and Chase had this conversation before because, like, you'll watch wrestling sometimes, like, newer stuff's like all acrobatic shit. And that's not wrestling. Wrestling is good guy versus good guy. When I'm a bad guy, can I make you, this is my job as a bad guy, can I make you, the fan, hate me so much that you cheer for the good guy?
Yeah.
And that you really, and I'm beating his fucking ass for 10 minutes, just whooping him. And then when he
you're about to
finally
cry.
gets me, when he finally gets
Yeah.
me, wah!
Yeah.
You get that feeling? That's what wrestling is about, bro. That's what it, I love like bringing people like him and Lance and stuff to shows just to show them that you can organically get a reaction out of somebody if you do it the correct way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of wrestling.
And
It's just like watching-
Like you don't have that with the UFC either.
Right.
Like-
Well, that's because you're not established.
Right.
Right. Now these people, my head gets split. They turn me into a good guy. I hate whatever. Who cares? I get a huge reaction. People love me. You know, the reason they do is because for 2 years, literally 2 years, they have seen my actual career play out. They seen when I first started, and now they seen where I'm starting to get it. They invest into that. Yeah, they might know the outcome or whatever, but you can still make them invest. That's when wrestling is the top of the world. And I will pitch it to anybody, dog. If you watch the best do it, you will be entertained.
Oh,
That's why
for
like The
sure.
Rock is so entertaining.
Yeah.
Or Brock Lesnar. Like, you know the deal about wrestling now, but if you watch Brock Lesnar, even you right now, if I show you a Brock Lesnar match, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's just believable. That's
That's-
what makes it so fun.
That's wrestling has that particular quality about it that is like it's almost like you're watching and you're experiencing like a drama,
Yeah.
or like a TV show.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, most people do watch on TV, but I'm saying like you
Right.
get emotionally invested, whereas with the UFC you don't really. Like,
Right,
you know,
right.
we watched Conor Khabib, and it was like
Yeah.
super crazy,
Yeah.
you know, fight, but nobody was like emotionally.
You're not
invested.
really
You're
pulling
like,
for
oh
Khabib.
fuck, I wonder who's gonna win.
Yeah,
which is the
right,
same
right.
aspect. But if Khabib or Conor or whoever lost, you just be like, oh damn, he got him.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if your favorite wrestler loses, you're like,
Oh,
oh
shit.
my god, oh my god.
Right? It's the
Well,
same-
they like I can attest to it too. I've been to several Big B shows, and like there are guys that go out there and put forth the extra effort to make it a show for the fans that earn the money of the fans. Now, there's some guys that go out there and just work and they're done. They don't
Yeah.
have any extra pizzazz to their personality, and that's no fault of their own. They want to get better, and you can tell that.
That's
That's why
what
they show up
fucking
and work and
kills
work
it,
and
though,
work.
man.
Yeah,
But there's
you
some
gotta have
people-
personality as a wrestler.
There's some people that go out there and then you can just the way they're spitting off lines, the way that they are getting reactions out of the crowd, the way that they're working, the way that they know how to communicate with all the people in there and let them know like, hey, either like, are you guys with me? Are you guys not with me? It's actually way more entertaining than I ever thought it would be live
Really?
to see
Yeah.
like a lot of local shows
For
because
sure. Now, see, if you go to like a WWE show live,
Mm-hmm.
they're more towards the entertainment. So it's almost like going to a fucking concert, man. Like you got the loud music, the hot women, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I promise you, and I will say this right now on film so we can replay it. If you in Brooklyn came to a show, I bet you money I could make you want to come back.
Oh, I'm
That's
sure.
my whole job, though.
Yeah.
You know, what I'm saying? You know me personally, so how the fuck do you think you feel if you're like, oh, wait a minute, is this really supposed to be happening?
Yeah.
Like stands here, 6'4", 290 pounds, whooping the shit out of me. You're gonna have a reaction.
Yeah.
you're gonna have a feeling. That's the best part of wrestling. That's what makes it. That's why I love it. That's why I love it, because it is theater.
Yeah.
It's theater. It's physicality. It's everything meshed into one.
Right.
I love MMA. I can have a damn near Big Micus loves MMA. I can be like, all right, let's go out there and fight, brother. And we'll go out there and lay it in. Hitting for real, 2,000% throwing bombs at each other. Everything from every sport, every TV show you watch comes into one. I love it.
that match you had with Fireball Roberts, that what did you call it? The brawl that you guys had,
The street fight.
this street fight that you guys had. Oh my gosh, I've never seen Dugan like that. I mean, like I'm sure you've seen it, obviously, but me, in my personal experience, I've never seen like y'all were going at it so hard that people were like, oh, like there's people in the crowd that were like, yo, they're throwing, like they were scared for y'all's safety.
we were
and
hurting.
obviously that was the point. Y'all were outside suplexing on the cars and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it was,
Oh
I was like,
my
yo, I got
God.
my money's worth with this show. Like there's
See, to tell you the backstage thing about that was the first time I've ever had in wrestling, we call it a payoff. It's the pinnacle. It's the build up. So it's like Khabib fought Conor once, he lost, then he won.
Right.
Then it's the rubber match. This was my rubber match.
Okay.
It was the end of the summer, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was my first one. I just showed out,
Oh,
I just knew I had to do something. Now look at me. And I thank that match a lot of times for getting me to where I am now.
bro,
It was the first time I've ever
Make it memorable.
yeah, it's the first time I felt confident in myself to be able to be. They're gonna come back.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw another match with you where you or somebody got thrown into the back of a truck and like kidnapped or
That
some
was
shit.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What's the story behind it?
Boonville, Indiana. Me and Raw Dog Randy Wilson. I love him to death. Me and him tagging against Micus. Micus is me if I worked out for 2 years straight. He
Okay.
is huge. Dog. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Versus Just John, formerly known as Pothead John. I grew up watching Pothead John. I've watched that man get hit with a weed whacker in the stomach, bare skin.
Good Lord.
I watched him jump off a 20-foot balcony. This dude is a bad mamma jamma. He can't fight, love him to death, but he can't fight, but he can take a fucking punch. I'll tell you that. He's the dude that split my wig, actually. We're banging, boom, boom, boom. Micus drove like a Ford F-350, you know, just a big mamma jamma. At the time, I'm getting hit in the head with ceiling tiles and fucking mailboxes and crazy shit. And he throws me in the back of this truck, me and Randy, and all of a sudden, I just feel this truck get it.
Oh shit.
And like doing spin outs and
Donuts.
donuts, yeah. Doing donuts everywhere. And the fans were like, what the fuck? You know, what's going on? He brings it back. I'm on top of Randy like I'm humping him. He starts kicking me in the ass to like, you know, thrust. We won that match though.
I couldn't remember the end
I
of
think
it.
It doesn't sound like it.
I just remember you being thrown into the back of a pickup truck and they were doing donuts with you, and I was like, this is.
I've
I
had
wish I
some-
could have seen this in person.
Yeah, that was a good one. I've had some crazy shit happen in wrestling. I've been hit with a purse, thrown in the back of a truck, landed on Legos, hit with a plastic wiffle ball bat with Legos glued to it on my chest, bare chested. All kinds of shit. Hit in the head with the
So
cactus.
does the story? So I'm interested in both sides of wrestling. I don't know if it's supposed to be like kept a secret, so don't say if it is. But like I'm interested. I think everybody knows, you know, wrestling is predetermined, like we discussed, not fake, but predetermined outcome. So I want to know, is the storyline for the season? Does someone sit down and say like, okay, this is going to be the drama part of it, the storyline, and then we're gonna make these matches revolve around that. We'll decide the winners as we go, but is this the storyline?
I'm gonna kayfabe you a little bit. You can Google that.
Okay,
sometime.
I know what
I'm
it
not
is.
gonna say
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna kayfabe you a little bit. I will say this: is that sometimes you have plans, sometimes you don't. You know, when I turn the good guy, we don't know the fuck if the crowd's going to react to me. I don't know if I go out there as a good guy, are they going to boo me or cheer me? And that's what happened the first night. Luckily and thankfully and gratefully, they cheered their asses off for me. So
yeah.
now we're like, okay,
We're onto
now
something.
we could run with
Yeah.
that. Sometimes the thing about independent wrestling is what I do is that things change. WWE can manipulate you.
Yeah.
You know,
They
they
got a
got
lot of
two,
extra
yeah,
contracts and money they can
yeah,
throw.
exactly. They can do a lot of different independent wrestling. It might happen, it might not. That's all I can tell you.
I got you.
There's some writing into it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, I
There's
imagine there
you
has
gotta
to
have
be
you gotta have direction. You know, which would
to
be plan.
build up to
Direction.
that, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
payout like you were talking about.
Yeah, for sure. That's the extent I'll go with that.
I
Because if
appreciate
you
it,
ever
yeah.
come to, I don't want to
No.
ruin the magic. You
No.
know, it'll ruin the magic.
But for me,
you know?
I feel like it would for a lot of people. But for me, I try to view it objectively as like, this is what it is. You can enjoy it or not,
Right,
but this is what
right.
it is.
And that's how you
Pay
should.
money to see it.
Yeah, and-
enjoy it.
And I
Yeah.
imagine it's like
Yeah.
like I said that.
Yeah, you
the-
don't go to a movie and say, "Oh, well, this is a fucking movie." you know?
Yeah.
Why would Vin Diesel be beating up the Rock?
I think
right
half
now?
the
Like, you
fun
don't ask
of
that.
wrestling is that there's a storyline behind it. You don't get a storyline behind, you know, UFC.
Yeah, yeah,
or MMA.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
You
sometimes
do it
there's
so forced it
there's some-
seems almost
yeah.
WWE-esque.
like we
Well,
almost
it came from
Yeah,
WWE.
I think that's why Conor McGregor became such a superstar. He brought that drama of
How
wrestling.
much more you got left, brother?
Plenty.
Well,
He brought that drama of wrestling into the UFC.
before
and
you get too
everybody ate it
far,
up.
you can even look up Muhammad Ali. The reason Muhammad Ali, he's the one that started it in professional sports, having a voice, having a character, came from Muhammad Ali. Where did Muhammad Ali get it from? He stated in an interview he grew up in Louisville. Like I said earlier,
Yeah.
real quickly, there was territories back in the day. Okay, this territory was Tupelo, Mississippi, Memphis, Louisville, Evansville, Owensboro, sometimes Bowling Green or whatever. Louisville was huge with wrestling. It's where Muhammad Ali's from. He states that Gorgeous George, who was as me as a wrestler. If it wasn't for Gorgeous George, I wouldn't be Judah. I would just be Douglas Divine.
Really?
You know, he was one of the first characters, not the first, but one of the mainstream characters.
Yeah.
And Muhammad Ali got a lot of his talking from watching him. And you know, I think we talked about it once. Instead of having Jacob Payne, now you got Jacob the Pain.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it all came from wrestling. It's where it came from, dude. I swear.
That's
And
so
I always
funny.
tell people that it's where it came from, but it also sells tickets. Because what would you rather see? Would you rather see, you know, Joe Johnson that works at your gas station?
Yeah.
You know, or would you rather see Lightning Joe Johnson, who's got the fastest hands and east of the Mississippi?
Absolutely.
All from wrestling.
Yeah.
Every single bit of it. Conor McGregor does the Vince McMahon walk. I mean,
No.
come on now. Where did we get
Notorious
that from?
MMA.
Exactly. It's all from wrestling, man. It just sells tickets, bro. It all circles around to people being invested
And
People
entertainment. Have to be
exactly,
entertained.
entertained. You have to be able to grasp to something. If it hadn't been like it is today, we wouldn't have known that Connor was on welfare. We wouldn't have known that Connor grew up poor. We wouldn't have known that Connor had the struggle that some of us have. We wouldn't be able to gravitate towards that if it wasn't for wrestling. I mean, this is how it is, dog. Straight up. Like, you know,
Yeah.
in the 80s, I mean, fuck, look at Hulk Hogan. Look at what he did for entertainment.
In general.
Exactly. Like putting everything's over the top now. Everything
Yeah.
is flavorful, you know, colorful. It's all because of Hogan, you know. It's crazy. That's why I get so pissed when people disrespect it, man. I do.
Most people that do either don't know anything about it or they've never watched it or anything like that. So they think it's cool to be like pop culture, ooh, it's fake, or you know, just
Right.
Just
Well, that's
because-
the number one thing you hear is that, oh, WWE's
It's
fake.
fake, right?
It's fake.
Right. But I promise you right now, I can show you matches that you'll be fucking glued to the screen. And the funny thing is, we were just talking about it. It's the matches when you know who the characters are, where
Yeah.
you know why they're fighting.
Right.
That's the best.
John Cena, Randy Orton. That was
right.
my dude.
The
That's
biggest rivalry.
That was so
Yeah.
huge to me. And
Since
of
Austin
course, I was a
Bob.
kid, but like I remember they showed a cut scene of like John Cena getting operated on and shit, and I was like, oh my god, he killed my superhero.
Right.
You know, like he was everything. And then this new guy out of nowhere comes in as the evil douchebag and
Right.
fucks him up. And it's like,
Yep.
how? How is this possible?
That's the best thing, man.
Yeah.
It's just, oh man, I love it. I love it to death. I remember going to shows when I'm like a kid and seeing Dad do stuff, and like Dad being like, "You can't yell, Dad. You can't yell, Jimmy. You
Right.
can't, don't do that." You
Yeah.
know, and I would do it anyway.
Dad.
I've seen, I will say this to lighten up the mood a little bit. I've seen some wild ass shit because of wrestling, boy.
What, like what? What's one of the wildest things you've seen?
I remember the first grown man I seen naked besides my father. I swear to God, the first grown man I've seen naked in person, and you can Google this name. This dude is a legend to every sense of the term. Tommy Wildfire Rich. He talks like my dad a little bit, you know. He talks like Jimmy. I love him to death. I love your dad. But he was the first grown man I've seen naked besides Dad in person. I was like 15 in the back of a wrestling show. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like I sprouted a chest hair when it happened. Like Johnson swinging.
Is that a
yeah.
dick?
Yeah. Is that what I'm going to look like, Dad? Just wild shit. I've seen Dad's head get split open. I've seen people get fucked up, dude. I have.
Damn, man.
I've accidentally hurt people, you know?
Yeah.
Like, like it's wild, man. I love it. There's nothing more in this world I love. I've given up relationships for it. I've given up,
Like who?
huh? Oh, not her. Not her. After the fact. After the
Yeah,
fact, brother.
yeah,
We're not doing that one. The first interview. we
Latino
did-
big ass POV.
Oh shit! Sometimes I do Asian POV and I start crying. I'm like, oh fuck, I fucked it up.
It's a right in his fields.
Yeah.
You gonna have-
Too close to home.
This week has been round and brown.
Round and brown. Is that an actual category?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
our website, 40 ounces of brown, dude. You remember that one, bro? 40 ounces of brown.
Oh,
Yeah, don't even lie. They used to like just bend these bend these women over.
you can say
It's-
black.
Bend these black women over and fucking pour 40 ounces on their asses, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Dad, your first computer got ruined because of me. I don't know.
Dude, one time,
I had yellow fever for
I
a
was
while,
like-
but that shit's gone. Bitches are crazy.
I was like 13. I was just figuring out porn
Oh, fuck.
on the family computer, of course.
Looking up tits.
And I remember that I was trying to find. I didn't even find porn. All I found was viruses because I didn't even get to see a boobie yet. And this thing, it blocked the computer to where I couldn't use the mouse anymore. I couldn't use the keyboard, and it said that there was only a type box at the bottom.
FBI.
And it said, oh, yes, it was. It was like the FBI, and it says,
Yeah.
illegal search, and you have to go get a $50 gift card and type the code into the bottom to get access to your computer back.
It's like, why is the FBI telling me to go to Walmart?
I was freaking the fuck out. My parents were due home in 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do?
Yeah, dude. I swear that's where all of our time management comes
Oh,
from.
dude, I
is
swear.
knowing where your parents are getting off
That-
and then you can
that and knowing you have to have the dishes done in the 10 minutes it takes them to drive home.
My parents were cool, dude. I didn't have to do that shit. I just got the jack off. All right, Dad's going to work at 7. I got to be on the bus at 7:25.
Dad comes to me. He's like,
YouPorn.com.
did you Google naked women? And I went, no, I must have been mom.
Mine was my dad typing in YouTube and going, "What's YouPorn? You been on YouPorn?" And then like later I hear him talking to my uncle, be like, "This little fucker." Bro, we're finding Dad's Playboys of wrestlers.
What? Wrestler Playboys.
Yeah, like female wrestlers.
Yeah,
not
well, yeah.
dudes, not Playboy.
I would hope. I mean, it's cool
Look,
either way.
you've known me for a while. It's time to tell you.
Yeah. I remember you called me one time and you're like, man, I've been trying to come to terms with this, and you're like so sincere, and you're like, I just want to let you know that I've decided to come out. And I was like, what? Like, you're gay? And you're like, yeah. I was like, all right, man, cool. And you're like, you don't have anything to say? And I was like, no. I mean, you want to hang out sometime?
Legendary, bro.
And you didn't ever tell me you were kidding. To this day, you never told me you were kidding. You just
I
like,
wasn't.
all right, man, well, see ya.
That was really me coming out, G,
Yeah.
bro. Nah, I love the vagine too much.
You know how many times I've gotten phone calls like that where you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I literally, it's DJ calling me, and for whatever reason, his name on my phone has been John Cleese for like 10 years. And,
John Cleese! Monty fucking Python, dude.
and I pick up the phone and I'm like, hello? I think I was at your fucking Christmas get together one year, and he calls me.
I'm
and he's
sure.
Like, he's like, and I was like, hello? And you're like, jeez, I'm gonna talk to you. And I was like, is everything okay, man? And you're like, no, nothing's okay. And I was like, yo, man, what's going on? And you're like, it's Jimmy. And I was like, what happened to Jimmy? He's like, it's, hold on. And then you like came back and go, it's his beard. It's got gout. And I was like, damn it.
You remember the time I called you and told you I was a Freemason? Oh, dude, that shit is fucking classic,
I couldn't
bro.
tell you how many phone calls I got from this guy where he was.
It's just hilarious. John Cleese, we started that because Rat Race, when he goes, and we'd watch that clip over and over. But you would always say John Cleese.
Yes, you were
Look right in the camera and give me that laugh one more time. Please edit that.
pleased. We got pulled.
Yeah. And that's it.
Pool, they got a disabled guy on here. Nah, man. Speaking of vagina, dude, I love it.
Yeah, how much on like a 1 to
How
10?
much, like, you brought up, you know who earlier, when I broke up with her and I found out how fire other women are, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. I'm going to try to get as many as I can.
The opposite of senior.
I'm up to 3 now.
I just got my third.
I wish, dude. I probably wouldn't have chlamydia if I did. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
This is the first time he said, I'm just kidding. on
Here's
the
that
podcast.
checked, man.
Huh?
Just gotta get that checked.
What check?
Your chlamydia.
Oh, I won't get the stimulus check. I won't pay taxes.
You gotta pay taxes to get that done.
Yo, the IRS has entered your life.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be my new wrestling name, On the Run, Judah.
Judah on the run.
Judah on the Run.
I just came into town last night. If there's
out
any
the
feds
box.
here, fuck you.
Oh, fuck, man. Nah, man, I love women, though. Any of them watching this, big, fat, skinny, I don't care.
Big, fat, skinny. Seems like you're leaning towards one side.
The fat ones.
Fat ones.
Stop. Fat girls begin from fat head, dog. The first time we ever did the podcast, bro. I watched it the other day, I swear to God. When you called me and asked me about doing the podcast, I was doing a move job.
Yeah.
And you were like, and I went home.
A what
that
job?
night- a move job, like moving somebody.
Never heard of that one. Is that on 40 and Brown? Whatever.
I mean, I'll wait till you're done with the joke.
Okay, go ahead. No, wait, I gotta.
We were talking about girls giving a head.
Oh,
Remember that? I'm
Lord.
like, oh, dude, they're ugly.
You got a dad.
Yeah, I got
We
over
still
that.
say that shit all the time.
Yeah, I still say that to girls. I'm like, you just smoked meth. They're like, what? You just had a kid out of here. What the fuck?
You're going to hell, man.
Nah, I am going to hell. My fucking ticket signed, sealed, and delivered, my dude.
Still in the-
And I don't even mind. I'll see Lucifer and be like, what up, my dog?
What am I know?
I shouldn't say that. Somebody like serious y'all friends with would be like, you shouldn't believe in that. You can always get saved by Jesus. I hate people that are too serious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know
I
what?
can see why.
You
Yeah.
know,
That
they're
strikes me as odd for you.
They're taking fucking life too seriously. They're like, well, you shouldn't believe. Like, all right, first of all, let me say this. And I'm not going to say yes or no that
have
I'm
to
a
preface it.
registered Republican. But I would say Bernie Sanders is a quitter. Quit believing in him. Every fucking year, y'all start talking about Bernie. He gets bitched out and he quits. Get over it. Anyway, people
Throw
think
that hint of politicalness in there.
it just fucking
I
cracks
feel like
me
it's a good
up.
spot to wrap up.
But no, listen, we're not going to wrap up for another hour. But
Bro, I gotta go to sleep.
no, you're good, dog. But something that gets me is like people our age caring about politics. Just shut the fuck up, dog. Just because you're posting on Facebook, nobody fucking cares, dude. Like people just be posting on Facebook about politics. Like, shut the fuck up. Go like some horse pictures trying to get laid like me, dude. Don't be fucking posting on Facebook about politics, dude. You're lame as shit, dog. You
you
know
had
what
to
I'm
get-
talking about? You're 25 years old. The only thing I'm worried about is paying bills and getting poon. And like you're over here talking about, oh, the Donald Trump, the bad president. It don't fuck. Shut the fuck up. I mean, Jesus Christ, it affects you. Yeah, get the fuck over it. We're 25. We're still playing video games, chilling, dog.
All right, let's. I want to wrap up on one last note.
We're not
here.
wrapping up for
We
another
are.
hour. It's only 8. Dog.
Yeah, it is 8:00. That's when we end the show.
No, we're not
Yeah.
ending the show.
So-
dude. You end the show when you got some plebes like Jesse Shosh on here at 8, bro. I'm a fucking man, dog. Y'all don't end the
whiskey's
show.
hit
You
it.
don't end the show.
All right, so if you had to give one piece of advice to the listening audience
Yeah.
on anything of your choosing, what would your one piece of advice be? It can come from. All right, let's do two. One from Judah and one from Doug.
Okay.
All right.
From Judah,
Yep.
say your prayers, eat your vitamins, go to school, do
Good guy now. I forgot.
do your homework. Say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Respect your elders, and always remember where you came from. Douglas Devine, just shut the fuck up. Do you, dog? Have fun. Life is all about having fun. Who knows what's on the other end? Don't be fucking 25 years old posting about politics on social media. Just shut the fuck up and do you, dude. That's all me, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me
yeah.
rant about this real quick before you
Go
go
ahead.
off. I'm ranting.
All right.
I'm 25 years old. Okay.
What? No way.
Politics affect me.
Go on.
Seriously.
Ah, no, sorry.
No, we're being serious.
Right.
Politics affect me.
Right.
Stop fucking posting about them on Facebook, you fucking cucks, dude. Shut the fuck up. Like, bro, I have been waiting to have a platform to say this for fucking months. I have been sober. Dad, I'm going to say it. Get the fuck over it, dude. I'll two-piece you, bro. Stop. You're making me laugh. You're making me laugh. You're making me laugh. Quit.
Dad.
Dad.
Get the fuck over it.
I'm sober. I haven't done cocaine in a year and a half. I did cocaine because of my fucking ex-girlfriend was a bitch, dog.
What was her name again?
I ain't saying it.
I just thought we were
Because
throwing it all
I'll go
out.
home and Google big butt Japanese POV and cry. I hope you're watching, you bitch.
All righty.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. This has been
But it.
very
Oh,
fun.
no, I'm not done.
This is my favorite. This is one
Stop.
of my favorite guests ever.
Stop. I'm
Because
not
of
done.
this reason here.
Stop. I'm not done. I'm just going to say this.
Chase, just at your discretion.
Anybody, just stop. Listen. This is a serious fucking moment. Can you let me have? You don't respond to any of my fucking messages,
Oh,
bro.
boy. We're back to
Fucking-
this.
Let me respond.
All
Let me
right,
just
all
give
right,
it.
all right, all right.
All right, listen.
Let's get it done.
Stop being so serious. Quit posting about politics. Shut the fuck up. Live your goddamn life to the fullest, and remember that this shit could end in the motherfucking minute. This world can end in a minute. Just shut the fuck up. Nobody fucking cares about your political views. Nobody fucking cares about this fucking Tiger King bullshit. Just shut the fuck up and live your motherfucking